But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, my God, Whitney Houston's dead.
Good morning.
Good
Monday
morning.
Monday morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Actually, I was in the bathroom with him. I was in a stall.
Oh.
And someone was going, so, Whitney Houston, what do you think? It's tragic. It's tragic.
Tragic
moment.
Tragic morning.
Very
Good
sad.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
You had a little extra there for the
Yeah,
Whitney.
That's nice.
Ah, tragic.
It's always good to hear him say anything but good morning.
But he answers
And then the
stuff
day
with
of the
just
week.
one fucking word.
Tragic. Tragic. Good morning. Monday morning. Welcome aboard.
Look, I don't think the Whitney Houston death is tragic at all because everyone was expecting it.
Yeah.
Stop romanticizing this broad.
Everyone kind
She
of
sang a
knows
few
happening.
great songs. She sold a shitload of records. She had a great performance at that football game once. But the last 15 to 20 years, she was a drug addict.
Well, yeah.
A mess.
A mess. Everybody loved seeing it. Boy, they would show anytime they had video of her losing her mind, fucking, just being a general degenerate.
Right.
People loved it. They loved watching.
Very sad, very tragic, but my God, it was completely expected. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
She's lucky she made it to 48.
Saw that coming.
Is that her final performance?
Oh, what is this? What is she singing?
Well, TMZ, they couldn't get, a video of the actual dead body, so they found Whitney's last performance.
Not for lack of trying, I'm sure.
I love TMZ. They make believe, oh, no, we're just reporting here.
Yeah.
Really?
They are
They were trying
definitive vulture.
They were trying to claw their way into the Beverly Hills Hotel to see what they could get.
Fucking jackals.
Yeah.
They are hyena.
But they make believe they're not.
Nah.
Remember when we had Javi on the show?
Javi.
And I called him out on him. Like, at least you're being honest with what this is all about, because other places are kind of snarky about it. And he goes, oh, no, that's not what we do.
Oh, shut up.
We're just reporting. We're just reporting.
Come on
celebrity
out,
news. Right. Javi. Let's hear this last performance
right.
by Whitney Houston. 2 days before she died.
2 days.
What was it? Some pre-Grammy party? All right, let's hear this.
She looks all fucked up there. What is this? That voice is gone. That voice had been gone for many a year already.
Yeah, they try to revive her, right? I mean, revive her career.
Wow. Oh, okay.
They, she had a million chances to get her shit together. Fuck. But she died in the bathtub, they're saying.
The bathtub.
With like
Man.
4 people right outside the door. What the hell were they doing?
Not paying attention to her in the bath.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she...
How chatty were you outside the door that you don't check on someone that might have issues?
Some Valium, some Xanax, maybe some booze. They're doing toxicology on her. And then she hops in that bathtub and took a little nap.
Right.
Little nappy in the bathtub, and whoops.
I'm stupid because I assume when you go under the water, it wakes you up instantly.
You gotta be fucked up.
How does it not wake you up instantly?
You would think. The whole not being able to breathe thing.
Right.
The water on your face thing. Isn't that supposed to be the thing they do? They put water on your face to wake you up
Sure.
and shit?
There's plenty of water on your face. Wake the fuck up.
Should have given her a snorkel.
Jeez.
Just have her fucking slip under the water, but she's breathing out of a snorkel.
Unbelievable. Xanax, lorazepam.
Mr. Lorazepam.
And Valium were found around the hotel room and around the bathtub so far.
I'll tell you, those prescription drugs,
Not
they're
good.
doing a number on people.
Yeah, not good.
That's like the thing with Hollywood and, the entertainment biz. It's not even about heroin anymore and the illegal drugs. It's just all about, hey, Doc, what do you got for me?
Well, yeah. The legal drugs are a lot easier to get.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the hood anymore.
And then for some reason, it just doesn't seem like it's as bad as if they found, a needle in her arm.
Sure.
In the room and she's on the floor or something. That would be, oh my God, she's got a drug problem. But she takes it for anxiety. Mm-hmm. She takes it for this. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's on that because, she's got back pains. And that for some reason is completely acceptable, even though I think the past 10 fucking big stars that have died have all died because of prescription drugs.
It's almost like heroin's better at this point.
Oh, heroin's better?
Heroin.
Oh, heroin is better?
Let's go to Matt on Long Island quickly here because he piqued my interest. Matt. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, so Entertainment Weekly, I know your favorite magazine, they posted on their website all these different tweets from different celebrities, most of them in the music business.
Yeah.
And then they post this one tweet from old Candy Dish years, Marley Madeline.
Candy Dish years. That's a Jim Norton original. That's funny, man.
It said, so sad, I recall seeing Whitney chat with Michael Jackson at Sammy Davis Jr.'s house for his 60th anniversary party.
Wow. Picking dead people.
What do you mean she saw them chat? She's deaf.
She had no idea in her whole life how beautiful Whitney's voice sounds, and they had to use a tweet from her about how she recalled her having a fucking conversation.
She recalls seeing her jaw move up and down.
Right.
That's great.
She put her hand in the air and hoped she could feel some of the vibrations of speech.
Yeah. She's just walking up, sticking 2 fingers on people's vocal cords.
Right.
Just out of nowhere. Leave me alone.
Yeah, how about you not comment on Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson? You have no idea what they sounded like.
Yeah.
No idea. Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got to get their tweets in.
Well,
that's the big thing now. If you're a celeb, you got to get your tweet in when big things in the news happen.
Even the regular Joe had to get their tweets in. Everyone had to get their tweets in.
Yeah. Usually, though, the media picks up on the celebrities that are tweeting about a subject, and it's like they're sitting there toiling over what to write.
God, these celebrities with their tweets too, they're so boring.
Oh man. Well, Pat from Unaki had a great gimmick going all fucking yesterday.
Yeah, what was he doing?
He was retweeting everyone that said, Whitney, we will always love you.
Oh, really?
And originally, right before it started happening, he goes, "Who's going to be the first shithead, dummy that is going to tweet, Whitney, we will always love you." And then 2 seconds later, he just started retweeting everyone that was saying it.
Classic.
The most unoriginal, hacky thing to write.
Was it celebrities? Mostly that he was retweeting?
Yeah. All celebrities. Yeah. I was getting an old kick out of that one.
You know what bummed me out? As I was reading all the Whitney Houston tweets about her death, I didn't read one about waiting to exhale. I thought someone would make that connection.
Oh boy.
I didn't think I'd go a whole day with.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was.
There were no waiting to exhale jokes. I don't know why. I thought that was very obvious to me.
A lot of people. Well, Jimmy Norton was tweeting that he had people saying, "Jimmy, I'm glad you're taking the high road on this."
Right.
And he goes, "I'm not taking the high road. I just can't think of a joke." Like I was from the same school of thought there yesterday. I couldn't really think of any. There wasn't any definitive joke there, and everybody was kind of trying for a joke with the Houston. We have a problem, and it just. But they didn't quite hit the mark. So I wasn't gonna just make the same jokes.
Well, I said she died fucking trying to parachute with Bobby Brown's pants.
Oh, see,
I tried. I try to do something a little different.
You got to take a chop at one every so often, right?
But you got to go different.
Yeah, the same ones.
The waiting to exhale thing, my God, man.
Oh,
my God. And
Jesus.
Tom Papa was hilarious because he basically said, "Wow, Twitter's become a place where if you die, everyone just makes fun of you instantly."
Yeah.
But in this case with Whitney Houston, there were more jokes than any other celebrity that has died recently, and that's because everyone expected this.
Yeah. They were all ready?
Yeah.
Well, they knew about it. It wasn't like she died out of the blue, and then they had a release like, oh, my God, did anyone know she was on drugs?
Right.
And then the jokes start.
Right.
It's like we knew she was on the drugs.
Right. What happens when your phone blows up because a celebrity died, if you check your Twitter or something, also it's like Whitney Houston died, everyone's first thought, oh my God, that's what? Whitney Houston died? Oh my God. And then you give yourself a second and go, oh yeah, of course she died.
All right.
This was supposed to happen.
I got to think of jokes.
Right.
Now everybody
you go in a joke
becomes
mode.
a joke writer. Everyone becomes the fucking Stengel brothers when you fucking when a celebrity dies. They're all just texting away.
You just have to, though. I don't know. And, because people are like, oh, you're fucking making a lot of fun here, but when Patrice died, you did. I'm like, yeah, the point is really simple. If you're close to the person that died, it's a whole different fucking ballgame.
And who said we didn't make jokes?
Well, we did.
There were jokes being made.
Yeah, I guess not the edgy, bad taste type shit.
Nah, that's...
I don't know. I think we had a few of those.
Yeah, I don't think...
but in general, that's how it works.
Like Whitney's friends and family were making jokes.
But I'm sure people in that circle, if someone else died, they're right on it, joking. That's just how it works.
There's a huge hypocrisy that goes on during these little circumstances.
When was the last time anyone cared about Whitney's voice? I know she had a couple songs out recently that did pretty well, but...
Yeah. I don't know.
But that's because they propped her up pretty good with,
backup singers and stuff.
All sorts of shit.
Didn't she have an appearance on one of those morning shows that just completely went awry?
Oh, yeah, we played it.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't been able to sing in years.
Right.
Years.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But in other news... We were talking about this before the show. So Whitney Houston dies, and then her daughter, who's only 18, is rushed to the hospital. Mm-hmm. But you're thinking, oh my God, she can't take the death of her mom. It's obviously horrible. She was under extreme stress, said a family friend. She's devastated. She and her mom were best friends. Yeah, that's horrible, right?
Yeah.
It's reported that the teenager, 18, had a few drinks, and then was given a sedative by members of her mother's entourage, and then she passed out.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing exactly what her mom's doing.
Yeah.
You would think you would learn.
You would think.
And they're hinting that she might have a little of her mom's talent, her mom's voice, but they're also saying that she might share some of her troubles as well.
Well, growing up with her and Bobby Brown would have to be just watching this drug-fueled fucking outrageousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably going to latch onto it.
And the teen was captured on camera last year snorting white powder that appeared to be cocaine. She said she had been set up.
Set up?
So.
How are you set up when you're actually snorting it?
18 years old, already going down that road.
Yeah. Huh?
Having the parents you have. I would just assume, but you said it. You said some people will completely stay away from it. Yeah. And others will just go down the same road, right?
Yeah.
There's no guarantee either way, I guess.
Whenever your parent or parents do something fucked up, you either do it or you stay as far away from it as possible.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I guess, from reports, it looks like she's kind of gravitating towards the bad side.
Yeah.
And Bobby Brown, I guess, was doing a performance, and he was like, couldn't make it out for the first song, and then he came out and he looked up to the sky and wished her well, and through your tears, he finished the show.
What a bummer for everyone that had a ticket to that show. Well, where was that, Mississippi or something?
I think it's a bummer for anybody that had a ticket for the show, regardless of what happened to Whitney. Jesus, wants to see that shit.
What was it, New Edition?
New Edition, yeah.
Back together?
New old edition.
How about you sit this one out, Bobby? Yeah. I think people will understand.
I don't think anyone would give a shit.
It was a nice night out for a lot of people, and you're blubbering on stage.
Yeah, you're bringing everyone down.
More down than they need to be.
What a downer.
What a downer is right.
When I lose control. Yeah, I had to fucking listen to all that shit.
Did you hear the track was going around Twitter yesterday? I fucking didn't save it. Whitney Houston's vocals isolated. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
You realize how just amazing she was.
Oh, when she was good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Completely. I thought you meant...
you know how they could isolate that shit, and now in this day and age that, that gets out there. I don't know how you can find it quickly, but... from
1985.
Yeah, listen to this isolated vocals. This is
from How Will I Know?
This is in her prime, man.
All right. Let's give a little
I'm not sure if this is the one I heard yesterday.
There's a boy
Oh.
I know he's the one I dream of. Looks into my eyes, takes me to the clouds above. Oh, I lose control.
It's like an American Idol audition.
Yeah, I know. That's what I
All
was
a
getting.
cappella, just standing in front of the judges.
Right.
From dreaming, tell me, is it really love?
That's before they added all that shit
Chorus.
to the song.
Ooh, how will I know? Don't trust your feelings. How will I know?
There's a little
How will I know?
echo and reverb on it, but
How will
It's
I
acceptable,
a
right?
little room. There's a little room on it,
How will
but
I know if he?
And it goes on and on, but you just realize,
Yeah.
what a fucking voice, man.
that is amazing when you could just pull it out of the music like that, and it sounds like that. I would defy 90% of the artists today,
Right.
to release their fucking solo track like that.
Oh, how great would that be? That's
Without
what we
any,
need.
without any auto tune
How
or
great would that
anything
be?
else.
But, yeah, man, she was a fucking talent. A lot of people saying, don't blame Bobby Brown, that she had her issues before she met the Bobby Brown.
I wouldn't doubt it. I don't think.
But a bunch of people calling out Bobby Brown.
Really?
I think Piers Morgan was one.
Piers.
Basically saying, what a fucking asshole.
Well, I think he was an enabler, but they probably enabled each other.
You think she already had her issues?
Yeah, I think so. She probably did really early on.
Yeah.
You know, she gets all that success relatively young, and then that's kind of a hard thing to deal with.
You see the Joe Rogan video that went around yesterday, too?
No,
Of Joey Diaz?
no.
You didn't?
No.
Joey Diaz, one of Joey's close friends. We've had Joey on.
Sure.
We had him on once. He did great for us, but I guess he's out there in L.A., so we don't see him much. No, in fact, he used to do. I don't know if he's still doing drugs. I have no idea, to be honest with you. But basically, told a story on Rogan's podcast how he was selling shit to fucking Whitney and Bobby.
Whoa, damn, that's an exclusive.
Well, this video should go everywhere.
Yeah.
because it says a lot.
Damn.
Is this it? Yeah. It's a long video. It's
Wonder Rogan's always up there in the fucking podcast.
That's a great story. I forgot about this. I was thinking of Stanhope on the way up here. And our friend Mike was selling weed. But at one time he worked at CAA. And he goes, listen, one of the interns over there, he blew up. He ended up being Whitney Houston's manager. And, and the tour manager. And he's looking for powder. So every day they would come over and I would sell Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. They would come over with like $1,100, which was per diem money. I was taking Whitney's per diem money, right? Every day they come over with a little white envelope and give me the per diem money, and I'd go up to the Martel Cartel, and I'd buy 14 grams of blow, take an 8-ball out, and cut it, and then give it to Whitney Houston.
That's Stanhope
They were
smoking?
fucking going crazy. This went on for 30, 40 days. But I couldn't snort all the blow I was stealing from them. I couldn't snort it. It was just too much. So I was giving it to Marilyn Martinez to hold for me.
Isn't she dead?
They're all stoned up there. Everyone's laughing, too.
Yeah, pause. So basically, he was buying the shit for Whitney and Bobby, and then he was taking an 8-ball out and then, cutting that much back into it
All right.
and giving it to them.
Well, you got to step on it a little bit. Come on. You got to take a little something for the effort.
I used to do a little of that shit in Geneseo, but I'm convinced now that I'm older that I never did cocaine
You probably
officially.
never did. You did a Nostitol or fucking baby laxative and fucking.
How badly you think it was stepped on by the time it got to Geneseo, New York?
Wow. Yeah, by the time it reaches that, you're not getting any coke.
So I'm going on record, and I'm going to say, because I've said it over the years, I've never done cocaine. There's no way.
Yeah.
It comes into Miami, and by the time it gets to Geneseo, New York, you tell me if I was officially snorting anything that
You
resembled
snorted
cocaine.
baking soda.
Right.
That's pretty
And
much what you
speed,
had.
probably.
Yeah, with some fucking antihistamine in it.
How many stops before Geneseo from Miami?
Wow. That's once it hits Miami,
I mean, just moving up the Florida coast, it's going to be stepped on a few times.
yeah, by the time it passes Orlando, it's fucking done.
Right. Then I'm sure it's got to stop, I don't know, maybe in Washington,
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Fuck that. And then New York City, it just
Philly,
gets trounced,
New York,
trounced
Jersey.
upon.
And then maybe if you get over the GWB with that shit on its way to Geneseo. Maybe one more time.
One more
in
time.
Roscoe,
You got
New
a-
York.
You got a little Coke.
Right.
Little Coke in Roscoe.
Get the fuck out of here.
But then once
always felt-
Geneseo hits, it's over, Johnny.
I always had a little bit of guilt that I did cocaine back in the day, but now I don't have any guilt because
You've
I don't
never touched it.
I don't think I touched the shit.
Never touch the stuff.
Because if Joey Diaz is stepping on it and he's getting it in L.A.,
Yeah.
come on. That would mean I would have to have a lot of trustworthy people that they weren't stepping on it from Miami all the way to Geneseo.
Excuse me, could you please not step on that cocaine until I get some of it?
Yeah,
Don't take any profits.
that's well over 20 years ago.
The first thing you did as somebody who would sell cocaine was, and this was the absolute first thing you did.
Right.
You stepped on it so you could take shit out for yourself.
Right.
It's exactly what you did. You didn't even hope to make money on it.
Right.
You hoped to break even.
Right.
And get some Coke for yourself.
Yeah.
And then you'd do it again. You'd buy some more, step on it.
Anyone that was dealing coke had their own problem, and now you're have to trust that they see this pile in front of them. They're not going to take a taste or step on it.
It's like, I really want to do the Coke, but I want my customers to have the best product possible.
Yeah, okay.
I do have some integrity.
Right. Real corporations have no integrity. You're hoping for integrity from a Coke
A
dealer?
Coke dealer is going to be the go-to guy.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, you probably didn't get any
This
Coke
guy
in
goes,
Geneseo.
where is he? GH stepped on. That shit was danced all over. Who was your dealer? Fred Astaire? JD in New York City. Yep. Let's go back to the Joey Diaz story.
Oh, yeah.
Selling cocaine to Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, the Joe Rogan Experience from Joe Rogan's podcast. This thing is going to really, I think, take off in the coming days.
Yeah.
So, okay. I got like 2 ounces of blow, plus I snorted all this coke, and I can't snort no more. I don't know what to do with it, right? So one night I call Marilyn. I go, Marilyn, bring the coke down to the fucking store, right? I'm selling coke to Whitney fucking Houston. They're picking me up at 9 in the morning, paging me on the red pager. I'm coming downstairs, getting in the car with them, going to the Martel Cartel, to the brothers, going in the house with 2 grams of coke already cut in my pocket. And I would just go in, take rocks out, throw the cut in, mix it up, and give it right back to them in the car, and they'd be happy as shit. They were inviting me to A&M Records to come party with them. I don't party with them.
So how much coke were you stealing from them?
I was selling them, I was getting them a half ounce and taking an 8-ball out and throwing an 8-ball of cut in.
What is an 8-ball?
3.5 grams. So I
See, I've done coke my entire fucking life, and I don't know
percentages.
like what it
What the
costs.
percentages
or
are.
Isn't that crazy?
Doug Stanhope there.
Fuck.
People
never
are so
bought-
sleazy that it's all cut.
No, this is how
do you ever get pure
I don't
coke?
know what it.
Yeah, you
like,
get,
it's-
you know,
what it's
I always
worth.
know where the fucking shit
I know
is at.
like coke because someone goes, "Hey, do you want to do a bump?" And you go, "Okay."
Right.
I don't.
But you don't know what the
He's
fuck's
never
in it.
bought it.
know
No,
what
he,
a
don't. He
fucking
does whatever. When you go
ball
out with
is.
Stanhope, somebody got cokes, he'll do coke. You got elephant tranquilizer. Stanhope's like Uncle Joey. We don't give a fuck. The train's already running. I got nowhere to be tomorrow. Fuck it. We're here already. You know, when I got here, and he said he had mushrooms, I'm like, what the fuck? This is the cocksucker that knocks on your door with rolling papers and no weed. You know what I'm saying? I got no weed, but I got rolling papers. Next time you bring those fucking mushrooms with you, and we could have been right here. This would have been a great fucking podcast. Not that it isn't. So I'm robbing Whitney and Bobby Brown for a fucking month. I'm robbing their blow every day. I can't do it. I can't snort it fast
How
enough.
much are they doing?
They're doing a half ounce a day.
This is what. This is
God.
This
the
is
90s.
This is 98. They're doing a half ounce a day, which is 3 ounces a week.
Oh my God.
And singing.
What does that look like?
Whoa, an ounce is like this, like a half ounce of weed, like a nice
my God.
They're doing one of those a day.
Oh, my God.
Bobby Brown, his face twisted, and I was getting this shit that was flaky. So,
Oh, my God.
So, right, I tell Marilyn, bring the coke to the
You would
store.
say like, well, aren't they feeding an entourage at this point?
No,
but,
I thought it was
but
just
that's the
those
thing
two.
about coke.
It's
is
just
that,
those two.
You start. Oh, there's only so much coke left. All right, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Right. So this went on. So on Saturday night, I call Marilyn Martinez. I go, Marilyn, do me a favor. Bring the blow to the Comedy Store because I'm just going to sell it. And it's
hilarious.
After my set, gives me a little baggie with the bottom of it filled up, like not even 2 lines. And I put it in my pocket and I take it home. When I get home, I do it. It's not Coke. It's crank. So I'm on fire. It's 3 in the morning. I'm in my house on fire. I got the coke hidden in the
His shoe
trunk of the
hasn't
car.
stopped shaking since.
All right, I have the coke in the fucking car. No, I'm not bouncing. I have the coke in the car.
bouncing.
I always do that shit. I have the
He
coke
always
in the
does
car,
that.
right? And I wouldn't bring it upstairs. Right. I don't like coke in my house. So I would go down and do a little bump about 5 in the morning.
Whoa, you would always keep it in a car?
In the car, I'd hide it under
Paranoia
the
is a
rock
good
outside.
thing.
I don't like it in
That's
the
what
house.
Becker taught me.
I don't like it in my
Better
house.
to be paranoid.
But I don't like it in my house anyway. I never like coke in my house. It's just bad. I don't like it.
Right.
I used to leave it outside on the rocks in somebody else's garage. And then I would go in and do a bump and go back upstairs. So there's one night I got upstairs and the page is going off and it's Sage. And I said, fuck it, let me just bring the 2 ounces to her house and blow. And I brought, at that time, it was like 1.5 ounces and 3/4. This bitch picked me up at 6 in the morning with a case of Starbucks coffee in Canada, 1/2 gallon of vodka. And we went back to her house, and we did that whole package of blow, heroin, Valiums, MDMA, GSP. We did
How many days?
2 days till
Just 2 days.
Monday afternoon. I had to get Scott Wolf, Josh Wolf's brother, Fredo, to come get me over by the Directors Guild.
Oh, my God.
For 2 days. I puked till Thursday.
Jesus
But
Christ.
here's how sick I was. The fucking Houstons kept calling me. And I'm like, fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm out of commission, right? So finally, that next week was the Grammys. This is the last time I seen them. I don't think I told you about this.
This better be true, by the way. He's really going off.
I get a call on a Monday
It gets
morning
better
after
right
the
here.
Grammys at 9 in the morning. And they're like, is your boy up? He'd have to be. Come get me. And they pull up to my fucking house where I live by the YMCA. And it was the manager, Whitney Houston, and Ricky Martin in the fucking back. And they're all going. They're going from the Grammys. That jaw, all them jaws are fucking going, Jack. And I get in the car with them. I drive to the Martel Cartel. I'm sitting there like I don't even know it's Ricky Martin. I just looked out the window. I was more paranoid than he was. I got in, bought it, brought it back to the car. They drove. That's the last time I fucking seen him. Wow. They went out of town after that. They were here to sing. They were doing.
What
the
year is
soundtrack.
this?
Had to be 98, 97, 99. They were doing the soundtrack to James Bond.
You should probably not fucking start defamation suits.
That's a defamation suit?
Ricky fucking
Martin?
Waters
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's
his
a
name
true
is.
story. What defamation? If it didn't fucking happen, they wouldn't give a fuck.
there's
Well,
not-
Ricky Martin's clean and sober now. He came out of the closet. He's got kids. So he'll look.
These opinions and stories are not a representative of the Joe Rogan
What is
experience.
this, Law and Order? What the fuck is this?
No, I was actually promoting copyrighted stuff and defamation.
What is this? You know, they know Law and Order. This story might think that you might know these individuals. They ain't the fucking
You
people.
know this story's going to get on the internet now.
You know, I've
Who
never
gives a
played.
fuck?
I've never
Who's a
played
fuck?
the
That happened
Brea
11 years
Improv.
ago. What are you going to say to me? No, you remember me, bitch? Oh, I remember you. The fuck? Sing, bitch, sing. I kept her alive for 3 fucking months giving her those rocks.
Damn.
Rocks and shit.
So you think it was just them doing that amount?
Joe Rogan, you could go crazy. You got a chick that's sucking your dick.
I got no experience with this
No,
cocaine.
you could
Zero.
Wow, and there you go.
Wow, that people get a hold of that one.
There you go.
That's going to be a story.
It's already making the rounds, but
Is it? Yeah.
yeah, he tells a hell of a story, that Joey Diaz, huh?
Wow. He doesn't give a shit either. He says names, places, times.
Yeah, that's what he said on Joe Rogan's podcast. We don't know.
Joe Rogan
But
experience.
it's obvious Joe got a little nervous because there's a drastic cut, and they went back to the story to make sure. Look,
Yeah. Hey,
this is what
hey.
you're saying.
This is you, not me.
Right.
Although that doesn't cover it, to tell you the truth.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't even know if us rebroadcasting it protects us.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Nah, we're just reporting.
It's everywhere.
We
It's
report, you decide.
It's online. It's everywhere.
Of course it is. That was pretty cool. I also like the fact that Doug Stanhope had 2 hands going, which shit he's smoking in 2 hands. I know. And then whoever's putting the podcast together, like directing it,
Right.
is so fucked up that like the little window,
Yeah.
the picture-in-picture
Yeah.
was going around the screen. They couldn't decide where to put it.
He's trying to figure out exactly.
It's hilarious.
Can I place it here? No, damn it, that's right over Joe Rogan's face.
It is a good podcast.
Absolutely,
Joe Rogan rules.
He absolutely rules. We know that. What are they taking Fear Factor off the air?
Rogan was tweeting yesterday about that. I think NBC's pulling it. He was
Really?
like, if you like the show, let NBC know. And then afterwards, he was just kind of like, I think that was it.
Wow,
I think
that
that's-
sucks.
It's a weird time with sensational kind of shows like that, like eating stuff and things, because people see it all the time on the internet. Nothing is really shocking anymore. We talk about this a lot, but something like Fear Factor, when it was originally on, the internet wasn't so ingrained in our in our daily life. And it was, it was kind of outrageous. All right, they're eating fucking bull testicles and shit. They're eating fucking chicken faces.
I think it's still outrageous.
Oh, it is, but as far as people seeking it out and going, holy shit, did you see that?
Right.
I don't think you have that that whole thing anymore.
Well, lucky us, though. There's another Survivor coming out, so. I'm amazed that show is still on the air. I'm amazed.
The show itself has become like people that are famous and then they stay famous even though they haven't done anything.
Right.
It's like just the name is famous, so they keep putting it on.
Well, there's been too many survivors now. Most of those people aren't famous.
No.
You can name maybe 5 people that ever were on Survivor if you think about it.
The show's
Johnny Fairplay.
The show's name.
Shout
is
out to
famous.
Johnny Fairplay. Yeah. See? But I mean, the show doesn't even change. They do the same shit.
Yeah.
They try to change it up a little bit, but you really can't.
The immunity idol. You get the immunity idol.
No, thank you.
No, I'm done. I haven't. I think I watched season 1.
That was it?
I was done. And that was probably 30 years ago. I don't even know.
I made it to Johnny Fairplay. I made it to that other guy, the fucking Ruben guy.
Ruben Studdard?
No, Ruben Studdard was the...
I know.
Okay. I think his name was Ruben, right? With the tie-dyes and the beard.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. I can't...
That was it?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't watched easily in 7 years. Since we've been back on radio, I haven't watched one season of that.
Yeah. There's no reason
so,
to.
Everyone talking about the Whitney Houston. We'll certainly find out more.
I was surprised, though, watching the Grammys, that there wasn't more mentions of her from the people at the podium getting their awards, from some of the artists before or after they were done singing.
You know why?
Why?
Because in the end, it's all about me.
It's all about me. Well, I'm wondering if the people were kind of told, look, we're handling this thing with the tributes, and we have a couple of people that are going to say something, but if this turns into a Whitney Houston memorial every time you get up to the podium for something, it's going to seem a little off. So why don't we just get up, read the prompter, and do thing? I'm thinking someone told everybody to, because even when it's about me, you want to say something so people go, oh, wow, did you hear what they said about Whitney last night on the award show?
Right.
So it becomes about them anyway, but I'm starting to think maybe it'll come out in the news or something, that people were told to maybe keep it down.
You know what? They hosed everything down and moved on with the show. They did a Disney move.
Well, LL came out, gave his little prayer, gave his little opening.
With his
and then
dry
said,
lips?
Oh, God, he's constantly licking those
Lick
lips.
Lick my lips.
But he came out, and then he's like, but hey, we're here to party and remember.
After his prayer, assuming everyone is into the Jesus.
Jesus.
I guess we should play the prayer. We're going to do, we should take a break before we really get into the Grammys, because we got some shit to say about that today. But you want to hear the prayer from LL?
Who wouldn't?
LL starts the Grammys with a prayer for Whitney.
LL.
There is no way around this. We've had a death in our family. And so at least for me...
Condolences to the Cool Jays. Fucking...
Death in the family, really?
Oh.
What? Half these people fucking didn't reach out to Whitney.
Oh, please, family.
Are you kidding me?
If it was family, maybe you would have gone in and said something, or,
I'm sure enough did, but...
Oh, yeah?
Family? You guys aren't family.
We are fam.
You'd rip each other's eyes out to get on stage.
Oh, yeah. It's a vicious business.
You would push people down in their seat.
Vicious.
The only thing that feels right is to begin with a prayer.
Prayer.
For a woman who we loved, for our fallen sister, Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. Oh, yeah.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for sharing our sister Whitney with us. Today our thoughts are with her mother, her daughter, and all of her loved ones. And although she is gone too soon, we remain truly blessed to have been touched by her beautiful spirit.
You think God watches
and
or
to have a
DVRs?
lasting legacy of music
He
to
might watch
cherish
live.
and share
Sunday,
forever.
day of rest.
Amen.
It's resting. He likes to do some of that resting on Sundays.
You don't think he was watching Walking Dead or something?
He might have taken a peek at The Walking Dead just to make sure
Yeah.
the zombies are not getting too crazy.
Because LL used that forum to just talk right to God.
Yeah.
So and he was looking in the camera. I thought maybe, he found out, he got a little inside info that God was watching.
You mentioned Gwad without playing your Gwad clip.
I know.
Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the word of God.
Gwad.
The word of God.
It's Rupert. Thank you.
Pumpkin?
Vincent Bayonne. I was saying Ruben. Tie-dye
Mr.
guy
Pumpkin?
was Rupert. Yeah, I got you. I'm with you.
Oh, of course.
I'm right there. That guy with the beard. I
Whoa.
think that might be the last time I watched.
Man, is he a wrestler?
You don't remember him? He was fucking huge, man. They really try to, figure out something for him after the show ended, but it never really
Try to make
panned
something
for
out of him?
Yeah.
Who's,
They brought him back a couple times, and that was about all they could do with him.
Who's gone on from Survivor to do stuff?
Hey, you got that bitch on The View.
The bitch on The View.
Who used to be so fucking adorable and hot and
Was the host of Top Shot on Survivor? Was that a
What?
Survivor guy?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Let me say. I know he was a reality guy, right?
Oh, was it Kobe?
Yeah, I think so,
Kobe,
right?
Kobe was in season 2.
Yeah.
I believe season 2.
He's the host of Top Shot now. He's a real tough guy.
I think he was on with Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Oh, really?
I do believe.
Well.
Yeah, he was definitely part of the Survivor thing.
Yeah, he's
Kobe.
He's doing well now.
Yep.
With that and Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Yep.
What, is the gay guy still
Look
in
at
prison?
Look how hot Elizabeth Hasselbeck used to be.
Aw.
No, that's shitty. That's a shitty one.
She looks wholesome in that one.
Yeah, get her where she's all anorexic.
Look at them abs.
and shit.
Holy shit. Yeah,
Yeah, look at
she's
this.
fucking she's dying of malnutrition there.
Nice, right? That's a good
Jesus.
look. That's a good
Holy
look.
fuckaroni.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
And
God, how long ago was that?
she plays. She's
Oh,
one.
man, that's good. Right there. Let me see that.
Do you like that she's one of you,
Oh,
Aunt?
that's not too bad. What? One of me?
Yeah, she's got that Republican.
No, she's one of
Right-wing
these
shit.
real right-wingers. I'm not a right-winger.
But she's not really informed.
I don't care if the gays fuck each other right there in front of me.
She does,
I'll
though.
pay for it.
She probably does,
What?
right?
Yeah, she has a big problem, I think, with that whole thing.
Really?
The conservatives, the religious right, the heavy conservative Republicans, they don't want the gays doing anything. Mm-hmm. Except maybe leaving the planet. Like me, I don't care. I don't care what the gays do. I love that the gays want to get married and have that gay sex all over the place. Whatever. Have fun.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But, so I'm not that crazy. I want to keep my money and I want to keep the government out of my fucking,
Are you
out of my business.
You're more of a pick and choose guy, right?
That's what I am. One from column A, one from column B.
I think.
Just keep me out of column N.
I think in general, Americans should be pick and choose. I think we'd be way better off.
Exactly.
Enough with completely down party lines.
I like a la carte.
You'll do a little a la carte?
I like doing a little a la carte. Yes.
Do you do tapas?
No. I think so.
The portions are awfully small.
Portions.
What a dumb idea. We're going to give you something that's really delicious, but you can only have one spoonful.
Yeah.
What? No, give me more of this. I don't want to try more shit.
The fancier the restaurant, the smaller your portion is. You could go to some shitty restaurant and get a pile of fucking cheap, bad veal.
Right.
You can pound that shit all day and it's not going to fucking get tender. And then you can go to some fancy restaurant and they bring you a thimble of something.
That's so ridiculous.
I like when they bring a giant plate
Right.
and it's got sauce smeared on
Right,
the
right.
rim and different silverware for it. And it's a little fucking thing.
They like to smear things on your
This
plate.
is a compliment from the kitchen. Complimentary.
compliment, really?
You're like, oh, that's great.
Wow, thanks for the tablespoon of fucking goose liver shit.
Hey, I hope I can fit what I ordered in after this. Whoa.
Nothing worse, and it has happened to us over the years, where you go to a nice restaurant because someone suggests it, and on your way home, you're getting a slice of pizza because you're starving.
Still starving.
And you're looking at your bill. Did I really spend this much and I'm
Yeah.
still hungry?
It's like, oh, I'll have that. Oh, the filet looks,
Right.
Well, that sounds great. I'll
Right.
have that. And they bring this piece of meat that
Right.
it looks like a scallop.
Right.
It's as big as a scallop.
Right. How about this one? You order, like, I don't know, a pork chop, let's say.
Ah.
And like, what does this come with? Nothing?
No.
Well, when I grew up, my food came with something. Oh, no, you got to order that separately.
Order it separate from the sides menu.
Right. Who came up with the sides menu?
What a scam everything is. It's just a fucking scam.
It's unbelievable.
And the fancier the place, the more they just fuck you as
Right.
far as that goes.
Right.
I like a good wooden bench family style dining where they just ladle it out like prison.
You know what? Those places are so much better than
Ah, yeah.
They know how to fucking feed you.
Yeah, you leave there going, holy fuck, I'm going to vomit.
Imagine you growing up, your mom's cooking you dinner. You go, what are we having with the steak tonight?
Oh, you'll love it.
Oh, you wanted sides with the steak? Oh, I didn't know.
No, we're just having... Imagine like the mom from the generations we grew up, children of the 80s.
Yeah.
Bringing over...
Sam,
Oh,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
What?
Will you accept there were children of the 80s? Enough of this shit.
Sam.
No, I won't accept that
Problem?
you're children of the 80s. I was born in 1983, and the age difference between you two and me is dramatic.
Oh, it's not.
Would you accept if you were a teenager in the 80s if you're a child of the 80s?
No, you have to be a teenager for the majority of the 80s.
No.
Nope.
No.
It's not called child of the majority of the 80s.
Right.
It's called child of the 80s.
I was officially a child of the 80s.
No, the name implies that your childhood took place during the 1980s, which was not
If you're
the case
a
for either of
teen,
you.
if you're a teen in the 80s, you're a child of the 80s.
you're a
At any
child of
point
the
during
80s.
the
At
80s.
any point.
That's right.
That's how it works.
And
child of the 80s, motherfucker.
And I would suggest you're still a child right up until the time you turn 20.
You think that's where the childhood ends?
Yeah, so at the
Yeah.
teenage years end, I think you officially become
as long as you're allowed on Sugar Mountain.
Right. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain.
Is that Whitney?
All right, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
if
but he
it-
rolled his fucking eyes,
I
this
know.
idiot.
I know.
Your mic's off.
He's an eye-rolling motherfucker over there. If Mom brought over a little fucking thimble of something
Right.
and put that plate in front of Pops,
Right.
it would have been.
Jesus.
Although at my house, even a nice full plate of spaghetti got thrown against the wall.
Really?
But imagine that plate. It wouldn't have been as dramatic and wouldn't have affected me so much
Right.
if it was a tiny little Dixie cup full of pasta that hit the wall.
What would you say? What's this shit?
Yeah. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit?
What's this shit?
Oh, Joey, that's how they serve in the fancy restaurants. Fuck the fancy restaurants. I don't need this shit. Stop fighting! Stop fighting! Shut up, you little faggot. What are you, a faggot? Joey, don't call him that. Fuck you. Oh, I go off on a tear?
A little bit. All we had growing up was sides because we were poor.
Oh, it was all cheese and fucking...
Yeah, it's because the meat was too expensive. So
Right.
we got a small piece of meat.
Yeah.
And then it was all about the sides.
Yeah.
As much carbohydrates as you could put in your little body.
Oh, it was like a Japanese prisoner of war camp.
Yeah, macaroni and
the
cheese,
portions.
mashed potatoes,
Maybe a little rice.
little rice. Yes.
Yeah, I remember the some of the shit we used to get for dinner because it was like maybe it was getting to be the end of the month or something, and it was really we're having like scrambled eggs
yeah.
with some potatoes cut into it for dinner.
Were you a fan of breakfast for dinner?
Breakfast for dinner. It's fun as a kid.
It's a
You
trend,
realize,
though.
Oh, it's breakfast for dinner. This is fun.
We used to
and
have-
it's like, oh, they're telling us it's fun because if you really think of why we're having it,
Right.
you'd cry. I'd cry anyway.
Fucking French toast with Pepperidge Farm fucking bread, and
Yay.
usually the ends. I think my mom figured out that they'd sold nothing but the ends.
Yeah.
I think you could get a loaf of just Pepperidge Farm ends, and then she'd try to make that into French toast.
Oh, how about the fact that there weren't enough hot dogs to give to all of us? So she just cut him up in the pork and beans, and then ladle it out. Hey, we're having Franks and beans. No, we're having a Frank and beans. That's what we're eating.
You just assume someone else got there before you? No.
Hey, what? No,
no one really got the hot
really
dogs.
just
the
nothing.
Frankfurters.
Nothing in there.
Fuck, man. Yeah. So,
how about spaghetti without sauce? It's just got the olive oil and some fucking
really?
salt
That's
and maybe
sad.
some garlic powder on it.
I think we always had sauce.
No, sometimes you just fucking put the oil on it.
I don't understand any pasta dish that doesn't come with a red sauce. Never understood it.
Yeah.
Is that an Italian thing?
I don't know. What about clam sauce? Oh, the fucking linguine with white clam sauce.
But you look at the menu like, wow, this looks awesome. And then you realize it's not a red sauce pasta dish? What a waste of time.
How about ones that aren't sauces and they call it like that? Oh, it's like a pasta with some kind of, what is this sauce they call it? And it's just like shit thrown on it.
Peas and a little ham.
It's
And
vegetables. It's dry.
Yeah.
Sauce has to be wet or it's not sauce.
I don't think I've ever had a pasta dish that didn't come with a red sauce. I always say, no, thank you. I don't want it white. What are you talking about? Red.
And don't call sauce gravy, you dumb guinea. I see it down here. I'm reading it. It's like gravy. No, it's not called gravy. Gravy is brown and made with, like, meat stock stuff. I do like a good bolognese.
Yeah. When I was in the Outer Banks, there was a whole bunch of us, and this guy, he's a fan of the show and stuff. He wanted to cook a nice traditional Italian meal for everybody.
Oh boy!
And he burnt the gravy after spending hours on it. I swear to you, I thought he was going to kill himself. He was so bummed out.
Was he bummed?
And it tasted fine.
It's the one thing he's got to do, and he fucks it up.
But he was so excited because he brags about his cooking and his heritage, and he got
boy!
It was one of these guys. He got the recipe from his grandma.
Oh, my
passed
grandmother.
out, and we're in the Outer Banks, and all of a sudden I'm smelling burnt sauce, and this guy is losing his mind in the kitchen. He's so bummed because he couldn't figure out. You know, I guess the stoves are different down there, obviously. So he fucked up.
Well, if it's bubbling like a cauldron, maybe you fucking turn the heat down.
Yeah, he was so devastated. To this day, he wants, a redo.
Oh.
We haven't done the redo yet.
You had your
He's like-
chance.
He's like, you don't understand. When it's done properly, it probably will be the best sauce or gravy you ever had.
I've had it when it's done properly by people who know how to cook. Now hit the bricks.
Who can figure out that a stove is a stove.
Yeah, fucking Mario.
We should go to break because our food is here.
Yes, it is.
So Whitney, I don't know. Some people say tragic, I guess. Others say whatever.
Well, it
No
could be
surprise.
expected and be tragic.
I just get mad because, life gave her some shit. Some good shit, and she just fucking wasted it.
People will do that.
And I guess I'm supposed to have some sympathy, but I don't know, man. When you have someone like her where she had a million chances to try to figure it out, and I know it's a disease. I've heard it over the years, but she had a lot of good people behind her trying to really help her out. And I think part of it comes down to you. You have to finally go, all right, I'm going to fucking lick this shit.
Yeah, you have to realize at some point, probably not in your best interest.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's fucking callous on my part, but
it probably is.
But you got Clive Owen and everybody reaching out to you, and I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where I sit with this shit. Hey, can we play Adele going in a break? Someone told me on Twitter, man, you make fun of everything. To just compliment, like have a nice tweet is boring, I think.
Yeah.
Huh?
You have a performance.
Adele is amazing because people are like, do you like anything? Yeah, I like Adele. I think her voice is completely ridiculous.
Well, tap that ass. How about tapping that fat ass?
I would. I was bummed, and I'll say it again. When I realized she wasn't a sexy black singer, I didn't like her songs as much. But in the end, this chick could fucking sing. And what, she had vocal cord surgery?
Yeah, she blew out one of her vocal cords, man.
So how do they put that back together and make it sound exactly how she used to sound? That
With
doesn't make
lasers.
sense.
Something.
That's why I'm starting to believe that you got a soul.
Why?
Because how do you go in there and laser up that vocal cord and you sound exactly the same?
I don't know.
Think about that.
I think they've come very far with fixing the vocal cords these days, getting some nodules off of them.
Or an athlete has a horrendous injury and doctors have put him back together and he plays just as well.
Yeah.
You would think like something would fucking not be right.
You would think.
But her voice sounded strong. Was that her first performance since the surgery?
Her first televised performance.
I'm sure she's been in the studio making sure she can sing.
Can we play that Adele shit?
You got the performance on disc.
Adele.
Unless you want to play the album track.
No, man. She did all right last night. Yeah, so for the people that ask, this is what I liked. Adele was amazing.
All right, one thing.
Well, let me think.
And it's the one thing that everybody agrees on. She won like 6 awards.
I think Travis said, he's like, everyone live tweets the Grammys,
Yeah.
And so much stuff that is so easy to make fun of. And he said it this morning, goes, and then Adele hits that stage and opens up that voice of hers, and everyone stopped tweeting.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, I don't know, maybe I could do a fat joke. But that's like basic shit.
Of course.
There's nothing you could say. She's that damn good. And she made all these pop singers look like idiots.
She was the big winner.
You think Lady Gaga in the end could sing that well, Sam? Be honest.
With or without fucking fishnet stocking over her face.
With or without her Halloween costume.
With or without the pinhead mask she was wearing.
Right.
What the fuck?
I tweeted, I took such great pleasure in the fact that she was sitting there in her Halloween costume for nothing in the end.
Yeah.
She was barely even mentioned on the Grammys.
I know.
They mentioned her name.
Did she have a scepter also?
Yes.
What the fuck was that?
She had a man with her who had a scepter.
A man that had a scepter.
Really?
No one carries a scepter. What's a scepter? What is it even used for?
I thought we retired the scepter many years ago.
The scepter is not something people carry around with them these days.
You think that's going to make a comeback?
No.
Let's
the
go to
scepter is done.
Let's go to the scepter store. And see
There isn't a scepter store.
maybe we can find a scepter.
Scepter Emporium. A scepter.
You know what I liked about Adele?
No scepter?
Adele has this voice that I've never heard before. Just this amazing voice. I can't think of anyone that has had a voice like this, maybe since Whitney Houston, I guess, right?
Ooh.
We're just so over the top and ridiculously good. And then she gets up there to accept her award, and she sounds like Julia Child.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's wonderful. I can't believe I won another award. This is fabulous. She talks like her teeth are rotting in front of your eyes.
Says with like whiff.
Whiff.
With everyone involved. It's a lot. I can't believe I won another award. And then she gets up and sings, and the accent goes away. It's been a thing with English people for years. When they sing, a kind of wacky accent goes away.
It's probably one of the oldest jokes, but why don't they sing with that accent?
I don't know. Yeah, even the Beatles were notorious for that when you'd listen to the songs and then
you would swear they were from America.
Yeah.
But with that said, let's go to break with Adele doing Rolling in the Deep. This fucking song, holy man. Wow. And she even said it. She thanked radio because radio decided, fuck putting this song in a genre. We're all playing this.
Crossover artist.
They call it a crossover hit.
Crossover artist.
And she deserved that, man. I have no problem admitting I like Adele. Her shit is fucking dope, yo.
The stars of your love remind me of
XM. The Opie and Anthony Show. Getting topical. Hold up, wait a minute. With the Sex Man.
Good morning, sexy.
Good morning.
See, we're back to the obvious again.
Yeah, we're getting topical. How were the Grammys for you? Did you like watching last night?
I liked McCartney ending it.
Why?
He killed himself? What?
Why did you like it?
Oh,
It was
ending
better
the
than
show.
most of the performances that were there. His first performance was horrible.
That's true.
What? You don't like
That
it?
Valentine
My
song?
Valentine.
Don't fucking play new shit if you're Paul McCartney. Sorry, no one wants to hear it.
There's probably only a handful of guys that should never play new shit.
Yeah.
And Paul McCartney's one of them.
And Bruce is another.
You finally get to see Paul McCartney. You don't want to hear new shit. You don't want to hear ukulele shit.
No.
You want to hear yesterday. Enough already.
Please.
You got that in your catalog. Why are you playing My Valentine? Oh, I just spit on you.
No, you missed.
Oh, sorry about
At
that.
least he didn't play the ukulele song. Although I would have wanted to hear that one before I heard that one last night. The dumb ukulele song.
Well, what else did you like?
What? I don't know. I hated that Nicki Minaj set.
Oh, yeah, we'll get into Nicki Minaj.
Oh, will we? Ooh.
I'll tell you this much. I don't know much of anything, but I know this. Nicki Minaj stinks and is completely overrated. What was the point of her performance? It started out as a thing, and then it became a movie for a little while, and then she was trying to get some shocking Lady Gaga / Madonna / we've seen this a million times shit together.
Oh, is that what she was doing?
Yeah, she was hoping she'd be the headline today. Like, oh, God, the Catholic Church is in an uproar over Nicki Minaj.
Over what?
Exactly. Didn't work.
Cares.
And I don't give a fuck she could, like, sing really fast. What does it mean in the end? Who cares? Anyway, getting topical with the sex man.
Oh, is that where we were?
Anthony said that you've decided to go back to real obvious shit.
Back to basics.
Yeah.
So I will guess it's Black Sabbath denying using steroids to Congress 4 years ago.
That was correct.
What?
Wait a minute.
Got a couple.
What?
Something got crossed there.
Wait a minute.
No, look. Black Sabbath denied using steroids to Congress 4 years ago.
Not a typo?
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
There you go. That's what it is today. I don't know why Congress gives a fuck that Black Sabbath was using steroids.
I don't know that they were.
Oh, they're influencing, the children.
The children?
I don't think they were either, though.
I don't think they were.
What?
I don't think they were
Using
either.
steroids.
No, let's keep it at that. That's what happened, right, E-Rock?
Yeah.
What?
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
There you go. That's cool. By the way, Blitz Dog, and he spells the dog with the W and the G. 77 writes, Lady Gaga, because I was trying to figure this shit out, and he nailed it. Lady Gaga looked like a guppy caught in a net. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's a perfect tweet, sir. Perfect tweet.
I don't know what the hell that whole thing was about. Well, it's attention, I guess. She's trying to.
I think the black veil, black net, but it looks like kind of a veil thing. I think she was trying for a Whitney Houston. Like, look,
really?
All you people are like celebrating tonight, but I'm in mourning for Whitney.
You think she was
trying too hard? Yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, I meant to say Clive Davis. I'm getting killed. I guess I said Clive Owen.
Clive Owen. I didn't even notice.
She hung out with a lot of actors, too.
Yeah. Clive Owen.
Clive Davis had his big, pre-Grammy party.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we didn't notice this about Tony Bennett until recently. He's a lunatic.
Tony Bennett. I'm crazy. He is fucking crazy.
Wow, she does look like a guppy caught in a net. That's perfect.
She looks like the worst bank robber using like fishnet stocking instead of nylon.
Yeah.
Boy.
Do you think she ever gets embarrassed? She's starting to become kind of a joke, I'm thinking. She walks in with these ridiculous outfits, and people are like, really? Can you just take your fucking seat?
She's wearing a gill net.
Yeah. Yeah. What does that mean? Is there a statement there that we don't even know yet?
Yeah.
You may be right on with the Whitney Houston thing because she's wearing black.
She's mourning.
This may be her
mourning outfit.
You think she can change outfits that quickly? You know, a change of plans like that? 24-hour notice?
It's morning chic.
Oh.
Anyway, Tony Bennett, you know, he said a lot about 9/11 there.
Yeah.
So at the Clive Davis party,
Owen?
they're doing a big tribute to, you know, Whitney Houston, you know, because it was supposed to be this big, huge, let's have fun party, and then it turned into, fuck, Whitney died, so.
Yeah.
He gets up there and he goes, I'd like every person in this room to campaign to legalize drugs.
What the fuck is that about?
By the way, that's an exact quote.
What would that do?
I don't know.
Would that help his dead friend?
It seems like the legalized drugs might have got her.
Yeah, the legal. It seems like the ones that are legal.
Right. I think we might have to control the legalized drugs a little more there, Tony.
That motherfucker be nuts.
He is a little nuts, right? I guess Nicolas Cage is here.
Ooh.
Apparently.
There's a big to-do because he came early and Roland's in a panic. Actor extraordinaire. Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance in theaters Friday.
Yeah, he's going to be all on fire and stuff.
How did that Star Wars movie do?
3D.
How did it do?
Great. I mean, it did.
That's the Jar Jar Binks one, right?
Yes.
In 3D,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah.
Where's the box office? Star Wars Episode 1 in 3D, 23 million. Ooh. Is that good, you think? I think they wanted more than that.
For a re-release.
I mean, yeah,
that
there's
everyone has seen in 3D, so it's...
But for a 3D movie, that's not good because the ticket sales are higher. Generally, people release things in 3D so they can get a little more cash.
Check out the big brain on you, Sam. Whoa.
Right. I didn't think that.
So it's not that great, but also it's easily the worst Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So
well, The Rock beat him out. Journey 2, The Mysterious Island.
Yes.
The Rock in his pecs.
Yes.
You see his pecs where he's bouncing shit off them?
Hell yeah.
And why the fuck did he blow off our show?
He blew off radio as a medium.
Yeah, he's done
Thanks,
with radio.
Rock. Just when we thought we were back on good terms.
Didn't
Fuck
we
The Rock.
Didn't we tell him he was going to just
Fuck The Rock.
not be on our show anymore?
Yeah, of course
When he
we
did his
did.
first movie.
Of course.
Well, you said you were going to be...
All right, you don't have to bring that up.
Well, you said...
You don't have to bring up the fact that during the day when we had our problems with The Rock, I did say that we would be much bigger and have a much better career than him.
How's that working?
Not so good, Ed. Not only are we not, he now blows off our medium because he doesn't even acknowledge that it's in entertainment. So I would say it didn't pan out the way I thought.
Hey, this latest movie, better or worse than the one where Hulk Hogan wears a tutu?
Ooh, good question, Ed.
So far better, I would say. Check Rotten
In
Tomatoes.
your opinion?
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this one's better than Mr. Nanny.
Mr. Nanny, that was it.
Mr. Nanny?
Which came off of Suburban Commando.
Yeah.
Ah.
They got like a teenage girl on this journey, too, that is a bit juicy.
Yeah.
They like to call it juicy when it's...
What do you
Vanessa
mean
Hudgens?
juicy?
Is that who that was?
I know she's in the movie.
Man, I got to pay closer attention.
Who is it?
She looks damn good in the movie.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh, wow. So she's playing young? Because isn't she a bit older now?
Is she?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, she looked fucking good in this movie.
Yeah, that chick's kind of fines.
She's got, like, the halter top look going on.
Oh,
in the movie,
shit.
So you see some
What are these nude
boobies.
shots?
That's her?
Yes.
Oh, that was the one where she was naked a few years back.
That's right.
Oh, man.
She's in the Rock movie?
Oh, yes.
Look
She
at
went
her
triangle,
hairy,
huh?
her hairy muff.
And you like that, Ed?
I don't mind it. I'd shove my face in that.
It's like a 5 o'clock shadow, though, man.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like a yabba dabba do kind of a thing she got going there. No, that's kind of cool. It looks.
Wouldn't that be like kissing a guy?
No, it's a vagina.
Yeah, but it's got a 5 o'clock shadow. You'd be beer rubbing
No.
as you lick the little tongue.
kissing a guy.
Well,
That's pretty funny.
But when it's that hairy
come
down
on,
there,
man. Why?
what happened? Hey, Nick, come on down, brother. Why is he listening in our office? Now it's awkward for everybody.
It's uncensored radio, so we say what we want.
Sorry,
you
Nick,
know?
that you had to hear that. I hear he's here with his family. Now we're finding out he's listening to our show down.
Why would it be on like that? Because we kind of adjust for guests, you know?
We certainly do.
You know? I didn't want
Nick
to
Cage
talk
is in
about,
our office listening.
I didn't want to talk about,
Safe House did well this weekend, and I don't know, The Vow. I guess what?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a date movie?
Fucking Rachel McAdams.
Huh?
It's the same movie. Again, Rachel McAdams from The Notebook in a movie where she's in love with somebody but can't remember nothing.
Yes.
It's the same shit.
I hear they really romanticize this one because the real story, it didn't end up this well.
Oh.
No.
What happens when love conquers all? I hate those trailers for these rom-coms.
Didn't they do this movie a lot? Like First 50 Dates? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
right.
one is 50 First
Ain't
Dates
that
or whatever the heck. See, now I'm saying heck because Nick Cage is listening in our office. Heck.
It's even the same writer as The Notebook. Like, it's the same movie, except she can't remember when she's young instead of old.
Let me guess, she remembers in the end? There's like some kind of spark where he goes, oh my God.
It's either that or she
This
falls
was
in
worth
love
my
all
time.
over again.
See, now he's
All
going to think
over
we're
again.
shock jocks.
Would you fall in love with your ex all over again, Ed?
Man.
If you had some of that amnesia?
It would take more than amnesia. It would take a full frontal lobotomy, and then I'd still sense something was amiss.
How do you fall in love with someone again?
I could be like, I could absolutely be like Charlton Heston's friend, the guy that was on the mission with him.
Yeah.
In Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, okay.
With my head, you cut out his brain, you bloody baboon.
But somehow you would still remember.
Somehow I'd look and go like, there'd be some memory of the misery that I went through.
Just somewhere deep in your DNA, you just know something's not right.
Yes.
Even though you don't have a brain.
It becomes ingrained in just your being. The mind doesn't even need it. It's like a reflex. It goes from the spinal cord.
It's like a jellyfish just
Yeah.
just
it
reacting.
becomes instinct.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when something's instinctive, it doesn't have to be taught. It just is there.
That's funny, man.
That's what it would be. There's no way I could have enough amnesia to go back with my ex.
That's really funny.
Yuck.
Breaking news, Nick Cage is not in our office listening. So why were we told he was?
Because we originally were told he was.
By who, Roland?
Well, I guess Roland told Travis and Travis told me, but now
Okay.
we're being told that he's in the green room
Who was
and he's getting his
responsible?
breakfast.
Who was responsible for that false alarm?
So do we need him on the show now or later?
Nick Cage is here.
In our office.
He's in the other green room.
We don't have an other green room.
The one in the lobby.
Oh, the important people one.
Yes. He may or may not be listening to the show.
Okay.
Unconfirmed.
Okay, sir.
They don't play our show in that green room.
They're able to.
I doubt they are.
And they are.
It's too close to Howard's area. I don't think they play us.
They wouldn't want to.
They don't want to
It's right
have
next
Howard
to
bothered.
It's right next to the door to the magical studios of the Stern Show.
Howard's on vacation, I just been told?
Yeah, he's off
He's
this
off
week.
this week.
How is that possible?
He's got to do America's Got Talent stuff.
That rule.
He makes $250 million.
Oh,
He did 3 weeks.
He's got
He's
another,
on vacation.
He's got another job he's got to do.
Do you realize I haven't been on vacation since it was warm?
He's not on vacation. He's working his other job.
He's on vacation?
He's got 2 jobs.
how can he not do
A show
Hoodie
after the
Footy reads?
Grammys.
He's
No,
got
I'm just talking about Hoodie Footy reads.
he's got another job to worry about.
Oh.
And to the people
What does
that
that
are
pay?
and to the people that are wondering,
Millions.
yeah, I'm fucking jealous.
Yeah.
Of course.
How the fuck is he on vacation again?
Get another job, and you
He was just on vacation.
Who wouldn't love that gig?
got to do his other job.
Oh, Scott Greenstein is a dummy.
I would love to have that much vacation time and still make that much money. It's like,
Wow.
it's like he ruled this place.
You're forgetting 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Why would you bring that up?
See, if I worked 3 days a week, I wouldn't need a vacation.
Yeah.
Because you would have a vacation every week.
But he's got a side gig. You forget.
Holy
Side
fuck.
gig.
Oh, man, did he just walk all over this fucking company.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him.
Right.
Nicolas Cage will be in here in 12 minutes.
12
What are we
minutes.
supposed to do for 12 minutes, Sam? We're not that good.
Yes, you are.
We're good, but we're not that good.
You're so good.
Well, we could start with some Grammy talk, and then we do a little Nick Cage, and then we go back to Grammy talk.
Sure.
Ant said it correctly before the show.
Oh, man.
I'm just worried about the triangle, though.
Why?
There's too much going on down there.
Nah, that's pretty cool.
Being a fucking child of the 80s, I remember that shit clear as day.
Dude, you
That's
wouldn't
too
fucking
much.
just... If you just open the door, right, to that room, you open the door and it's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I opened the door.
What do we got here?
Well, what have we here? You wouldn't be like, your eyes go right down to that.
Of course.
And it's like, oh, I gotta have me some.
Of course.
Yeah.
But in a perfect world, you'd want that cleaned up a little bit more.
I think it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, yeah, cleaned up, that, shaved off, I don't give a shit, but sometimes that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine right there.
Yep. Yep.
No? You're not feeling it?
No, it's.
She was in here last week.
Was she really?
Oh, yeah.
She's in Journey too, really.
Oh, yeah.
God, how old is she?
At this point,
Because they make her look like she's really young in that movie.
Oh, well.
Probably like 19 or 20 at this point.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
19.
All right, listen. Ann said it correctly. If you're Bruce Springsteen, how about you sing something we all know? Fuck the new shit.
Born to Run, motherfucker.
He started the Grammys broadcast basically by asking if everyone's alive out there or who's alive out there, which is kind of awkward because everyone's thinking about Whitney Houston.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all staring at the empty seat. And then
boy.
Fucking Bruce Springsteen has to start his performance with who's alive out there.
Who's alive out there? Oh, boy.
Bit out of touch, don't you think?
Yeah.
And what do you think of the new song?
I thought nothing of it. It was there.
Because he's in the Paul McCartney category. If you're Bruce Springsteen, enough with the new shit.
Right.
Of course, Roland would completely disagree, but enough.
Of course he
You got
would.
too much cool shit you could be playing.
I know. I don't understand why you wouldn't play something that everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. You have a worldwide audience there. Play something everyone knows.
What was the name of the song?
Couldn't tell you.
Was it We Take Care of Our Own? Was it the new single?
Is that it?
And when did Kathy Griffin join the band?
Oh, boy.
Oh, she's not in that band.
What? Who was that redhead?
Oh, boy.
I don't think it was Kathy Griffin. I'm almost sure.
Was the song about how he's getting older, but he still rocks? God, do I hate that. We're getting older, but we still rock musicians. Van Halen. Fucking twisted.
People are liking the new Van Halen album.
They all have those songs, though. It's like, oh, look at us.
Bruce looks great, though. He looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Guy hasn't aged in, 15 years. What was that new song there, Travis?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Bruce Springsteen.
Take Care of Our
Or do
Own?
we have a Nick Cage update?
Yeah, we have a Nick Cage update.
Are we allowed to
but
say Nick or Nicholas?
I would say Nicholas. It's formal.
I want to feel like I know him. Hey, Nick, so...
You don't know him, no.
Let's talk here about Valley Girl.
Yeah, it's called We Take Care of Our Own. But Roland is asking if we can bring Nicolas Cage back now.
What happened to the 12 minutes?
He said he's ready now.
You did 1 minute of Grammy talk. You keep trying to do a show, and it keeps being forbidden.
Yeah.
For Baltimore. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring him in.
You hear that, Roland?
What are we waiting for?
Where is he?
He's in the green room.
Well, now Roland, I see Roland leaving the office to go get him, so that's
Yeah.
another 3 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Do we have time to take a quick break?
No.
And do some
no.
live reads?
I don't think so.
What if we do a single?
I don't
No,
think
even
so.
with the live reads, it'll end up being...
And then it'll be awkward. We're in a break. He's standing
Yeah,
there.
he's standing outside.
Do you like that Bruce Springsteen opened up the Grammys with a brand new song that really hasn't hit radio yet?
I didn't mind it because I've heard it so many times on commercials from this channel.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, it's hit radio as much as it's gonna hit radio.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
it's a
playing
good song.
Springsteen.
Like, I understand that these bands go on and perform on the Grammys to play new music, so I didn't mind it.
Yeah, but the song just is...
I don't know if it's necessarily
known
the best
yet.
thing to open a show with. I
I like the Grammy performers, playing their big song from the past year, but no one knows this song yet. It's bothersome.
You're asking me to make sense of the Grammys. Like, why would you wait to do the Whitney Houston thing at 10:45 on a Sunday night?
And because of rules, we might have Bruce Springsteen tickets, but we're not sure yet. How does that work?
Now we got to give them away right now.
Well, let's interview Nicolas Cage.
But I didn't understand what you were trying to tell me earlier.
Yeah, I didn't understand the rules.
We might have them, but we can't really promote that we have them because then
Don't say that
happens.
shit. Don't say that
So that means we don't have
Here
them.
it comes.
Okay.
It's coming.
All right, we'll figure out the Bruce
We're going to
Springsteen
see a
ticket thing.
celebrity in
Stop
a
saying
second.
All right.
A second. Hey, there he is.
Oh my God, Jesus.
All right.
Nicolas Cage, how are you,
How you
sir?
doing, man? Take a seat. Make yourself at home. There you go.
Talking about the Grammys.
Yeah, we were just kind
I
of
didn't
yapping
see
about
any
it.
of it, so
Yeah?
I'm the last guy to ask.
No, they were just saying we're.
You're a guy likes music, though, right?
Sure,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
Rock, right? You're kind of a rock guy?
Pretty eclectic.
Yeah. We're actually on, so pull the mic up a little bit.
We're on right now?
Yeah, we just do that.
Good,
We
good.
just like pop right on.
Nice to know.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. Figured I'd let you know.
What do you mean by eclectic? What do you like?
What I mean
In
is
general.
I like a little bit of everything, actually. Jazz, predominantly classical, but I love 50s, 60s, 70s rock.
Yeah. The stuff you heard on the radio a million times, or?
No, I tend to... I'll look around, I'll go into iTunes and find things, and then they have that beautiful thing called Genius, and then they give me recommendations.
Right.
I just found a band called Kasabian, which I like, out of England, and then also I'm a big fan of Filter.
I love
They really did some amazing stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. You keep tabs on still what's going on in music these days, or you kind of fall off a little bit?
I went to the Met just the other day, and I sat through 6 hours of Götterdämmerung Wagner opera by myself.
Jesus.
And it was interesting because I'm walking through the lobby, and this woman looks at me and goes, "Well, what's a Hollywood thing like you doing at the Met?" And I went, "Wow, that's not very nice."
Yeah, is that supposed to be a compliment?
No, I said, "Can an actor enjoy a bit of opera?" And she's like, "Well, you're the only one." And I said, "Well, I'm the first. There's a first time for everything." And then she said, "Well, you must be from Europe."
What the hell is?
Wow, this is sort of like you're segregating me from Hollywood.
Well, I guess the perception is that Hollywood people much too shallow to enjoy something like that.
I guess, yeah.
I can't do opera.
You can't do it?
No.
You have to.
I just can't do it.
I understand.
I'll go classical. I'll do a few different genres, but opera is rough for me, man.
You have to really hang it with it until once you got to spend like a couple hours with it, and then you get into it. But I understand it is hard to get.
Yeah.
I went once, and they actually have like the subtitles in front of you on the seat
Which
if
is
you
great.
need to understand the
Which is
story.
great.
It's
It's
like
great.
because I don't know Italian and stuff.
No, it really helps because then you can understand the show.
Yeah.
and that's what helps you get into it.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know what the heck's going on, man. It seems like one long, drawn-out song.
He's someone with a Viking hat.
Well, but if you look at it carefully, I mean, it's amazing how much has been influenced by it. Like John Williams, Tolkien, the Lord of the Rings. All of it comes out of those Wagner operas.
Yeah,
it's the source. So if you go into it knowing that, you know you're going into like the cell, the root.
It is when you watch it, especially at the Met. They put on amazing shows there. The stage sets are astounding.
Ridiculous.
That thing that's on the stage, which is like a series of miniature monoliths from 2001, cost like $25 million.
It's amazing.
Then they had to spend another $16 million because it was too heavy for the stage to reinforce the stage. It's like, is opera really doing this well?
Who's buying opera records?
Who's paying for this?
And things are on elevators and they're going up and down and moving. It's astounding what's going on in that
place. It really
place.
was extraordinary. But yeah, no, that's what I mean by eclectic. I do like rock music very much so.
Well, rock's gone away.
Yeah, it's hard to find
It's unbelievable.
any good new rock.
sad.
Well, U2 just is enormously competent always.
Yeah.
I've always loved U2.
Man. That's for
To
sure.
this day. Really quick about opera. When do you know when you're seeing a bad opera?
When you're just completely bored out of your mind.
Yeah, just sitting there, don't care about the show.
But I love the orchestral music as well, so I'm very familiar with it. So it's very hard for me to be bored with a Wagner opera.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it is interesting how music like that, especially when you're watching a show and it builds, could just give you goosebumps like that.
I was crying. I was
Really?
literally by myself. I'm probably the only guy that listens to opera and actually starts crying. But when Siegfried dies, he's the most tragic character in the history of anything.
Spoiler.
You know, and then the effects where his blood goes into the water and it's all on the stage, and then the music, I know it, so I got very emotional. But which I was trying to quickly like dry my eyes so no one could see me crying.
Was the stuffy old broad giving you crap about that too? A Hollywood man like you weeping at an opera?
Yeah, all by myself.
Yeah, by yourself.
It's strange. And from there, I went on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
So,
You did.
maybe it was tears of fear, but then I had to go live in like 20 minutes. You know?
What an interesting evening you had.
That's a great night.
I don't know who goes from 6 hours of Wagner right into SNL. But,
You actually have to sit there for 6 hours.
6 hours.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
But I found it empowering. It was an amazing experience.
As long as I've sat for anything, maybe 3. Imagine having to,
Yeah. How'd SNL treat you?
Great.
Good? Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
They've done some parodies of you on that show before. Hilarious.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. You've been parodied a lot by people and stuff. How do you feel about that? Do you like it?
I have to go with the adage that any form of imitation is flattery.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to be in hell. So I'm going to go with that.
Everybody that does an imitation of you always does the over-the-top
Right.
Nick Cage kind of character that you've portrayed in a few movies. I find him very funny and kind of, accurate in a way.
Well, the thing is that Sandberg has made it his own. He has a very abstract impression of me.
Right.
You just let him do it. You know, it's not exactly me, but it's wonderful in its own right. So
yeah. Sometimes it doesn't have to be an accurate portrayal, but there's a piece of it that is kind of accurate, and it makes the whole thing work.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
new movie.
Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah, Spirit of Vengeance. Now, you've been a part of a couple of franchises, haven't you?
This is the second one. The other one is National Treasure.
National Treasure, which all of them do very well, man.
Thanks.
They're cool movies. I like that whole puzzle kind of a thing.
Yeah. But what I like about Spirit of Vengeance is just how pop art the movie is.
Mm-hmm.
It really does feel like you're reading a comic book.
Yeah.
There's a quality to it that it's just a little bit abstract, a little bit artificial, and then real, but it mixes it all up. And it's pretty gutsy for a studio to make a movie that's this psychedelic.
Yeah, it is cool when you're doing something with a comic book character, because you can kind of go off of reality and people won't go like, oh, that can't happen. It's like, hey, it's a comic book.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, my face is on fire.
Right.
Come on.
And that provides a context where I can go as abstract as I want, go as outside the box as I want when I'm acting. If I want to get really big, it's fine, because look, my head's on fire. And people say, well, I don't understand the Ghost Rider. Exactly. You're not supposed to understand it. He's a bad dream. Do you understand your bad dreams? Yeah.
Do you ride?
I do ride, and I love riding. Motorcycles, to me, are the most symbiotic relationship you can have with a machine. When you get on a bike, you are one with it. And the Yamaha, who I do not have a contract with, I am not a sponsor, I think is the best motorcycle in the world.
Wow.
Because I can go 140 miles an hour and do it safely and tell it to stop, and it will stop safely.
Oh, man.
140 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm more a car guy. Like, I like fast cars. Because I think there's this false perception that you're a little safer with that metal around you than you are on a bike, but I don't think that's entirely true. But it's just something about a bike that scares the crap out of me.
Well, you are safer with all that metal around you.
Oh, okay.
And
of course you're going fast in a car.
But the Formula One guys know that the racing motorcyclists, they're it. They're really the superstars of racing.
It is ballsy, man. When you watch those guys lay it down and put their knee on
dragging.
The pavement like that.
I love that. And the guy that I was working with in Ghost Rider, Rick English, I have to give him some props here, because he The man is an acrobat on a motorcycle. He's doing front endo wheelies and spinning it in circles and back. It's just mystical how he does it. I don't know.
How do you start to do that?
Yeah.
I never understood that.
Yeah.
When you see this crazy trick, you go, okay, how did you start and how do you do that for the first time?
Right. And even skaters, too. How do they go up the ramp and then do a flip in the air and land back down, not break their neck?
Yeah,
you know it
didn't work out well the first time.
Yeah.
And eventually you got to go, okay, I'm going to try this officially for the first time now.
Yeah.
And it's going to go either way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's balls.
It sure is.
Yeah. Are you a car guy also? You like?
I used to be. I used to be.
During the
but
gun
I
in
think
60 seconds.
Once you get into motorcycles, it's very hard to go back to cars because nothing really compares to that feeling. Plus, you can beat the traffic. Don't you find it annoying when you see the guy on the bike who's just going right down the highway and everyone else is?
I always fear for their lives that somebody
is going to open a car door.
Is either going to change lanes or try to move in there.
Nothing but respect for those guys. They're never in traffic. They don't have to worry about traffic.
I drive in that monster Escalade, and people don't see me. Not seeing motorcycles is just
It's a comfortable car.
I just like the size of something. So when I'm driving, especially in New York City, it's a battle with the cabs and everything. It's very difficult to drive in this city.
I drive a Dodge Ram truck.
Oh, okay.
And what's amazing about that car is it's really great for the environment because it's a diesel engine, you see.
Oh, okay.
And actually, some of these hybrid cars with electric batteries are not so good with the environment because you have to the battery eventually is going to die out, and you have to make another one, which is not great for the environment.
Yeah, batteries are very toxic and very hard to kind of get rid of. They cost a lot of money and use energy when you try to actually recycle them.
So a diesel truck is actually probably better, in my opinion.
Are you much of an environmentalist and stuff? Do you?
I care. Yeah, I do care. I don't want to see the tigers go extinct. Or I just found out that the rhino, the black rhino, is now extinct. I mean, it's crazy.
I don't like that either. But is it really like car exhaust that's doing that, or is it people just chopping down their?
Well, there's that, and there's also car exhaust.
Deforestation and stuff like that.
Of it. It's all
I like that stuff, but I'm also from the school of thought that we're kind of on this planet, and just like everything else, we have a cause and effect, and for our creature comforts, it's going to cost something.
Well, that's true, but you can do it in a way that's prudent.
Yeah.
Just be a little bit
somewhere in between would be
considerate.
Nice.
Well, I understand.
Believe me, I'm not
black
just.
rhino was beautiful.
Yeah. Why don't you want that around?
It's gone.
It's gone now. Scientists will bring it back.
When your kid says, "Daddy, I love I love rhinoceros. I'd like to go see one," you say it doesn't exist anymore, but it did just 3 years ago.
Oh man,
we lost it 3 years ago.
No, we lost it. I think this year. It was.
We couldn't save the remaining few.
It was declared officially extinct this year.
Wow. You think scientists will be able to bring that stuff back eventually?
Probably, but I don't. That's another slippery slope. Cloning and all that. I don't know what that would lead to in terms of diseases and things.
Yeah, true.
They have they're now breeding fish tomato hybrids because there's something in the fish that preserves the tomato. So they're mixing the two. What can that cause?
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Doesn't sound tasty.
And there are people that believe that they're and I don't know this. I mean, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but there are people that do believe they're actually clone humans in full living in some.
I would assume.
I would believe.
I would assume scientists all over the world that have been working on this. Somebody's going to, not be as ethical as the rest. Or
what are their rights? That's where. What could Shakespeare do with that? The clone and the donor. What do they?
Yeah. Does he have any say over his clone?
Does the clone have any say over his life?
Right? Yeah, his life.
And how do you turn it into an opera?
Yeah, exactly.
That's next.
Nick just sitting there crying over some poor clone. Yeah, a clone.
It could happen.
You never know, man.
Yeah, I have rights. I'm not just a clone.
That would be very odd to think that you could clone your own being, perhaps without a mind.
Yeah.
and just harvest various organs that you need.
Yeah, well, I think all this cloning the talk is because just the other night on SNL, Sandberg said I was his clone, so that whole thing started it. Got me thinking again about cloning.
I didn't see your appearance. It was a surprise on SNL.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they like to keep it a surprise, but
yeah, come out and everybody goes, woo! I love that.
Yeah, it's you. I want to see Ghost Rider, man. I can't wait. It's
fun.
Yeah.
In theaters Friday, Nick?
That's right. It's in theaters
Spirit of
on
Vengeance?
Friday. Yeah, Spirit of Vengeance.
And who's in this with you, by the way?
The magnificent Idris Elba.
Yes.
Who's got this wonderful, larger-than-life presence.
Yeah.
Johnny Whitworth. This guy is full of surprises. There's nobody else quite like him. Kieran Hines plays Satan, who you might have seen in the Rome series and any other number of wonderful British productions. Great actor. Violante Placido is the lady in the movie. Effortless, charming actress. I mean, great cast.
And what's the gist of this?
I'm working with the church this time, believe it or not. I have to go and find the devil's son and bring him to a monastery in Turkey and have him exorcised. And that idea actually came to me because when I was promoting the first movie, I was in England. And I was dressed as Ghost Rider. I used to like to wear the leather jacket, the leather pants, and the biker boots. And on my lunch break, on a lark, I went to Westminster Abbey, not knowing that I was walking into an environmental summit between the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Pope of the Greek Orthodox Church. And there I was, sitting in the back, and then a bishop from Colorado looked at me and went, "Oh, I didn't know it was you. If I had known it was you, I would have invited you to sit with me. Let me introduce you." So there I was, shaking hands with the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Pope of the Greek Orthodox Church, dressed like Ghost Rider. and then the bishop from Colorado leans over and he whispers in my ear, "Oh, and by the way, I can be naughty too."
Whoa.
So
what does that mean?
And that was like, okay, what do I do with that? I thought, I've got it. Let's have Ghost Rider working with the church.
Wow, inspired like that in a second.
And then
Just
that's
like
how
that.
Spirit of Vengeance happened.
Wow.
God, you got some experiences.
I've had some experiences.
I like that.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's
Have you always been adventurous?
I try to be. I mean, I see life as a gift, and that to just sit there on the couch and watch TV is probably the biggest sin. And that you
Unless
should,
you're watching your movies.
Yeah, well, that I don't do. But you need to take this time, this gift of time that we have, and do something with it and experience it.
Just stop playing around and doing nothing.
Yeah.
I like doing stuff. I just I could do it tomorrow.
Well,
no, I'm kidding, of course.
Tomorrow comes very quickly.
I know, and many tomorrows stack up very quickly.
It's starting to go by
Apparently.
way too fast.
Yeah.
You said something in there. You don't watch your own movies?
No.
Even just once, just
No,
as
I'll watch it once and
one
then,
time,
and
just
then move on.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And if
yeah.
if there is a time where you're kind of sitting down and the TV's on and you see
Shut
something,
it off. I don't
wow.
want my
Do you
movies
realize
in
your
the
movies
house.
are you can watch them many times?
Well, that's
They're
nice.
very watchable.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and
Might
what's
wanna
the
watch them
reasoning
more than
though
once.
behind
the
not
reasoning
watching?
is that I want to move on. I don't want to dwell on the past. It's kind of like what we were just talking about.
Okay.
Like, what's next? And also, I don't want my family to see me. I don't want my 6-year-old to see me and be confused by that. I
Oh,
wanna
really?
Try to keep it as normal as I can.
It's interesting.
With
yeah,
being
yeah.
somebody like me.
Yeah.
I'd be bragging all over the place. Hey, I just realized, thanks to our listeners, that's Stringer Bell in this movie from The Wire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's
Idris Elba, right? You
Idris
said?
Elba, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know his real name.
And Lambert makes an appearance. Christopher Lambert, remember? From,
Yeah, Christopher
Highlander.
Lambert.
Right.
Yep, Highlander.
Wow.
Yeah. The movie Wicker Man.
Yeah.
I liked that movie. And then the end was like, holy Jesus.
Yeah.
It was, did you have any reservations about an ending of a movie like that? Like,
no, I think Neil LaBute is famously known for having a kind of twisted, ironic sense of humor.
wow.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw his movie In the Company of Men. And I knew working with him that we could go to some places that would really kind of push it a little bit. Now, when you go running around in a bear suit, knocking out a village of women who are blowing like Viking horns, you know it's somewhat absurd.
Right.
And so the flavor of that movie was a mix of being ridiculous and also scary.
the worst thing about it was the fact that right up until the end, there was this weird hope that you were gonna somehow get out of that bad situation and not be horribly burned to death.
Yeah.
And then when it happens, you're just kind of like, no, this is a bummer.
Right. It's probably, if you see the original, it's probably the ultimate bummer of any movie of all time.
Yeah.
The way that movie ends is profound, the way you feel, and it goes on for weeks. I couldn't shake it for weeks.
Yeah, it's one of those that, like, it just kind of leaves you with this awful feeling. It's
the original.
It's the original. Yeah. Yours too is like just kind of what? Oh God, it's a horrible way to die. And
well, originally when I did The Wicker Man, I wanted to play the cop with like a handlebar mustache and really have one of these like macho guys who's just completely absurd. But the producers wouldn't let me do it. I think people might have understood a little more, like the bloggers and the YouTube folks, that we were kind of in on the joke if I did had the handlebar mustache. But they said, look, we paid this amount for you to be in the movie. You will not be wearing a mustache. I said, well, it's your mistake if they don't get it.
Oh God,
I would love to see him with a handlebar mustache.
That would have been, that might have helped me. It's like, the guy with the handlebar mustache. Come on, it's a goof. Also, Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
I love Kick-Ass.
Oh,
Such a fun and edgy movie. Being a father, did you have any reservations about the young girl, using that language?
No, because I knew that movie was totally ironic and that it was a farce in many ways. And Chloe Moretz is just extraordinary in that film.
Oh, she was adorable. And just hysterical. There's something about when somebody that innocent looking is saying and doing horrific things
I
that
know.
becomes funny. It becomes you laugh at it.
Well, I think all humor comes from surprise. It comes from a level of shock on some. That's why we have things like Schadenfreude, where people laugh when somebody falls down, which is a kind of a perverse statement about society in itself.
Sure.
But there it is. It exists. And I think when people see things that just are not right, it makes them laugh.
I don't like the way people try to hide that and try to make it like we're better than that.
Right.
I think it's just a basic human nature to find humor in that. I don't think it means that we all want somebody to get hurt or something, but there's something just inherently funny about somebody else's misfortune.
Well, it's a coping skill probably on some level. Like even in Spirit of Vengeance, John Blaze is much more sarcastic in this movie. He's much edgier, he's much more cynical. And I always thought of him as sort of like some of the cops or paramedics that I've met who developed this incredibly dark sense of humor to cope with the horrors that they've seen. And I mean, they say some things that you just would not believe that could come out of their mouth.
Oh, yeah.
But they do it because if they don't, they can't really handle it.
Right. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I think that's quite true. What did you have to go through as far as makeup and special effects on that to have your head burning?
The CGI is minimal in the movie. They dial all that in later, like clearly it's a flaming skull.
Yeah.
But in order to believe I was the character on some level and not feel completely absurd, I would paint my face to have like skull makeup. So I'd use black and white paint. I would black out my eyes so you would see no white, no pupil with black contact lenses. And I would walk on the set looking like that, and I wouldn't say a word to anybody. So it was just very uncomfortable for everybody. And that made it so it was like I didn't have to act, because I could see the fear in their eyes. And then it was like oxygen to a forest fire, where I just believed I was the Spirit of Vengeance.
That's something I think people have learned over the years with CGI and stuff. And I know Peter Jackson used it with the Gollum character.
Yeah.
He actually had, I can't remember his name offhand, but the actor walking around like that. And I think it does help when there's something CGI to have that other fact, someone you can act with. And
it also helps the other actors.
Yeah.
Because it gives them a chance to react honestly, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what that process was like.
Looking forward to it. When does that come out? Friday?
Friday, yeah, this Friday.
In theaters.
Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. I want to ask him about the Civil War thing. People are saying you might be a vampire.
Right.
I read this and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but I mean,
it's a long stretch.
Of course, but it's basically gone viral. I guess someone found a picture of an old Civil War guy that looks just like Nick Cage.
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage.
But I say politely that I think it's a slowed version of me.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
I've only heard about this. I got to see the picture really fast.
Hey, come on. Oh, my God. It's you twisted, though.
Yeah, it's twisted.
Yeah, you look...
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But what's funny about that is, like, people don't want to let it go. Like, I went on Letterman and said, I am not a vampire. I don't drink blood. But the very fact that I said I'm not a vampire is creating some sort of viral thing. Like, well, clearly he would say he's not a vampire, so he could defend his position as a vampire.
Only a vampire would say he's not a vampire.
Right.
If I didn't know any better, I would assume that was some role you did. That's kind of creepy how much you look like him.
No,
well, I mean,
maybe-
it's twisted version, yes, of course.
it's a
Like there's a little
twisted-
makeup.
He looks
On the
like he's
Civil War
had
guy.
some type of accident.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
So what is this guy is from the Civil War? Is that what they say?
I think that's what they're saying, yeah.
So there's a chance that I have a relative from the South, the Deep South.
Imagine maybe you're just related to that guy.
Maybe
that's just one of your
he could have been
ancestors.
one of my ancestors.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah,
But they will not
but
let it go.
I don't know how you go from that to vampire, but okay.
Yeah. I like to know who was just browsing pictures of Civil War people and went, holy shit, it's Nick Cage.
What's funny about that picture is the guy was trying to sell it for actually $1 million on eBay.
Come on.
And I don't know if what he did with it, but now it's getting all this attention. Maybe he'll actually get it.
Maybe he'll hit his mark.
I don't know.
Sam, I'll retweet that.
You know he wants you signing that thing.
He does. Well,
That's pretty. What the hell? That's a good story. You got a good story
it gives
right
me
there.
something to talk about, right?
He's like he's at it.
It's like, no, he's talking about Spirit of Vengeance, for God's sake.
Are you trying to say you have enough to talk about? You don't need to be discussing whether or not you're a vampire?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was
All right.
it was in an email I got last night, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, this thing
Really?
is-
Does
yeah.
this
It's
even
a-
have to be addressed?
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous.
everywhere. Yeah.
What is it now? We're living in like vampire culture, right? Because
Yeah.
Twilight, people are really hot about vampires.
Yeah, vampires seem to be the thing.
Vampires and zombies.
But they're like sexy vampires or something. I don't know. Although Dracula was kind of a sexy, kind of a guy, but I'm not.
The true story about Dracula, or actually Bram Stoker's reason for Dracula would actually make a great movie, because it actually emanated from Rhode Island. Not
Really?
far from here, back during, I don't know how many, it was like over 100 years ago, when there was like a very puritanical culture, like around the time of the Salem witch trials. And this guy actually was told that his deceased daughter was haunting the family, and he was told by like a priest that you have to go into the tomb and open it and put a stake through the heart, and that will stop it. And that story went viral in those days by whatever means, and it actually got to Bram Stoker, and then he connected that to Dracula or Vlad Tepes in Romania, put the two together, but it actually is an American invention.
Wow, I did not know that.
That would be a good movie.
Yeah.
Stick to boy, the church comes up with some weird things to do every so often, don't they?
They sure do.
That's, put a stake in them, and everything will be cool.
Yeah, that'll work.
Well, I guess you're a busy guy today, huh?
Yeah, I have a couple things to do today, but then tomorrow I have off, and then I'll have Valentine's Day, and so that's all.
Any plans for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend some time with my wife and a couple of friends of ours.
That's always nice, huh? Yeah.
Good for you.
Where do you live these days? Is it east to west coast?
I was living actually in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, believe it or not, in the Bahamas, in Nassau.
Man.
And I'm thinking I'm going to head out west again. I'm
Really?
gonna go out to Nevada, I think, for a little
Oh,
bit.
not all the way out west.
Did you have a place in San Francisco?
I used to, yeah.
All right, then my old roommate wasn't lying.
Yeah?
He lived a block from me, and he was obsessed with pointing out that's where Nicolas Cage lives.
It was on Franklin Street, and man, I love that house.
Yeah.
It was a strange house because it was Werner Erhardt's house, who invented Est. and he had all these
wow.
strange things where he could see people come into the room with mirror systems, and they would think that he just had telepathy.
Oh, right.
It was just bizarre.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
San Francisco is a great city.
Oh,
man.
gorgeous.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, prettiest city probably in the country, but I just love New York City, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
If I could, I would live here full time.
And the Bahamas.
Well, the Bahamas are gorgeous. They just are. But, you know, it's nice to be able to say, hey, let's go to the museum and look at the dinosaur. Let's go look at some art. You can do all that here.
Enough with this beach crap.
you gotta fly out to do anything really to work or anything else.
Yeah, but Nevada will be interesting because, you know, I come from the Southwest and I won't have to hear people say, how do you like our town? Or where are you from? Or do you like New York? Yeah, I love it. Good. And so, you know, like in New Orleans. But if I go to Nevada, then clearly I'll be like home.
Yeah.
We got to get him out of here.
Yeah, he's busy, man. Nicolas Cage.
We really enjoy this. I just want to say that.
Yeah,
Thank you. On air, 'cause
absolutely.
we'll say it after you leave, too.
Just talking about just anything. I love
the process. You guys have a cool process here.
Instead of just, you know, like sticking to a, hey, let's talk about this.
We get some duds in here, and we not that we struggle, but it's like, come on.
Like people that
let's
can
just have a
talk about
conversation.
anything.
Well, you know, this is the best way to get to know somebody.
Right.
This is what it would be like if I sat down on a couch and said hi or had dinner with you.
Right.
You know, so
just
I'm glad
discussing
you do
stuff.
it this way.
How's your brother doing?
He's great.
I see
You
him
know
every
Mark,
once in a while.
right?
Yeah, we've crossed paths a million times.
He's doing very well.
Yeah.
He's doing very well.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He survived radio. He's still doing it.
He's doing it. It's been over how many? 40 years?
It's gotta be.
He did it when he was like 12 out of our house in Long Beach, California.
Wow.
He was a pirate. Pirate radio from the garage.
That's awesome.
That's dedication to the business, man.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because everyone, I mean, they destroyed the business. He made it through.
Yeah.
How many guys made it through?
No, it's true. Well, I'll tell him you said so. He'll probably hear it anyway.
Yeah, cool. All right, Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance in theaters Friday. We're all going to go check that out.
check
That's
it
for
out.
sure. Please come by and see us again.
I will.
All right, Nicolas
Thanks,
Cage,
guys.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
Fuck you! Fuck you to the FU line. It's good to fucking drunk mouth something without getting in trouble. Fuck them. Fuck you! Fuck you, Mars, for cheating on the damn push-up contest. That's a good push-up. Fuck you! Fuck you, Valley Jimmy. If I ever hear your voice again, I'm gonna throw my XM right out the window. I get embarrassed when I'm in a car by myself when I hear you. Fuck you. Fuck you!
Yeah, this goes out to everybody who uses the FU line to try to imitate something that they heard on the show. Whether Chip Chipperson or an Uncle Paul or that stupid Canadian guy. Just enjoy the show. Just enjoy it. Stop trying to make it about yourself. F you.
Fuck you! I'd like to give a big F you to Chip Chipperson and that sick fucking puppies. We got that stupid song stuck in my fucking head. Fuck you, Chip. Fuck you! Yeah, I want to say a big fuck you to Rich Voss and your verbal crutches. Here's the thing. First of all, you fucking horse-toothed jackass. Jump on a sword. Fuck you! I want to give a big fuck you to my intestines for just dumping water into my fucking colon and my sphincters having to work overtime to keep the shit in because I'm about to shoot gallons of shit out of my ass and I can't stop anywhere. Fuck you, intestines. Fuck you! Yeah, I'd like to give a SU to the after show. I listened to it in full length today for the first time. I wanted to fucking kill myself. F you. Fuck you! Yeah, this fuck you is for every fucking listener that calls up the Opie and Anthony show to wish Jimmy a happy birthday, then delays 5 minutes waiting for the entire studio to laugh. Fuck you and fuck your fucking families. Fuck you!
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU, line 1. That's 866-FU, line 1.
Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, God. How great was Nicolas Cage, Ant?
It was fun, you know what?
I liked him.
Yeah, able to just sit back and talk about all kinds of stuff.
And that's a perfect example after the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar thing last week.
I called it the Kareem Abdul debacle.
Debacle, I like that. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
The publicists have to understand that. Like, you have a conversation with the guy, you keep going back to the project they want to promote, and then it makes that project a little more interesting for everybody.
Yeah, because
you're wrapping around with some other shit.
You're talking to the guy. You're just tacking to the guy.
How do you not ask Kareem Abdul-Jabbar basketball questions, you dumb publicist? I will not let that one go.
We shouldn't have done that because the publicist did not like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think of the Civil War picture?
That looks, I didn't want to say the word retarded just in case, he's offended by that or something, but it looks like the retarded Nick Cage.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that Civil War guy is like his face is all, I don't know.
I got the picture. I'll tweet it a little bit, but great interview. And then he left, and there's a whole bunch of things we want to ask him.
Yeah.
We want to ask him about Elvis. What was the other thing that just came up?
Oh, man, yeah, something else came up, too.
Whatever. It doesn't
I don't
matter.
know. There was plenty of things to...
We'll never see him again.
Oh, no. We might.
Shit, now it's bothering me. What was it?
To
whatever.
Promote something else in the future.
Yeah, I liked how down to earth he was, and people were like, "Dude, you guys just talked to an Oscar winner."
Oscar
for leaving Las Vegas, right?
He won an
that was it.
Oscar.
Leaving Las Vegas. We didn't get to talk about leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, that was a good movie. God damn it.
And that opera thing was hilarious. Just him.
Dude, how do you sit for 6 hours in an opera?
I don't know.
I could barely sit through those J.G. Wentworth commercials.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I don't even know what that means. I just
that's
for the hell of it.
Oh, you've seen him.
Yeah.
If you have an annuity and you need, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. I have payments and I need cash now.
I went to an opera with my now wife and my mother.
Really?
About 5 or 6 years ago.
Ooh. At
Lincoln Center. Yeah. I think it was an opera. And I couldn't tell you the name of the thing 6 years later. And I don't even know what happened. I don't know what went on.
They didn't have the subtitles in the seats?
Nope. You got to figure out that shit for yourself.
I went with the subtitles in the seats.
Nothing worse than a singing story. I don't mind a couple songs, but how about we do some talking to get through some of the tough parts of the story?
How about a singing story where the singing is in a whole nother language?
Yeah.
And that gets even worse.
Now I want to remember this thing. Whatever. Something about the light. Light bearing. Bearer.
Light bearer. Light.
I don't know.
The end of the tunnel. Light. Bright.
I don't know.
It's going to kill you.
It is going to kill me. All right, let's talk about some other stuff. Grammys. We should get back to the Grammys, right?
Yes. We just kind of discussed a few things.
Where were we?
Earlier.
We did the Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, Bruce being selfish and not playing Born to Run or something that everybody knows. He played a new song.
Right. I guess it was good. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's a good song anymore.
I don't either. I just don't.
I know when a pop song is good.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
It was cool seeing little Steven up there, though. It's like, hey, we just talked to that guy.
Isn't that weird when you see those guys? Like, wait, he was just
he was just here. We were all laughing.
So we're connected, kind of, to the Grammys, I guess.
1 degree of separation to Bruce.
Yeah, he left our studio, went to the Grammys, and we sit here again.
Yeah, great.
I know what I was going to say. The pop song thing.
Yeah.
You know, a pop song is really good when you feel like the song's been around forever. Does that make sense?
Oh, like even the first time you hear it?
Yeah, and you go, oh, yeah, that song's been out. Oh, that song's like 10 years old.
Oh, right.
There was an example last night. Somebody sang something, and I was like, oh, my God, that sounds like a song that's just been around forever.
Yeah, there was one song that they were singing. Somebody was, when the gears were in the background, there were like gears spinning in the set.
Bruno Mars.
Background. No, not Bruno Mars.
Sam likes Bruno Mars.
But it sounded like a Duran Duran song.
Duran?
Yeah.
Who was singing it?
I don't know, but it was, it might have been.
Here comes Travis.
It was a duet.
Our ass.
It was a duet.
Because I just came up with an example, but I don't have the song, so my example stinks.
No, it doesn't.
It was a duet.
What was the song last night where you go, it's a pop song, and it felt like, oh, yeah, this has been around forever?
Oh, I don't know. I was going to answer Anthony's question.
Thank you.
Damn it! Kelly Clarkson.
Yes.
And some guy whose mic cut off at the end.
Kelly Clarkson and some guy.
Who's the guy?
And they did a live performance.
He's a country singer. Jason something.
Jason Aldean.
Jason, who gives a fuck?
But it sounded, a part of it sounded like Duran Duran, Ordinary World.
Really?
Yes.
I like the Ordinary World.
I was like, I know. I'm a Duran Duran
I'm a fan of the Ordinary World.
I like Duran Duran. Call me a faggot. I don't care.
Oh, this is a good version.
That's all they could do.
Yeah, the Grammys keeps pulling everything off YouTube.
They keep pulling it. Why? Why wouldn't you want everyone to go, oh, wow, let's watch some Grammy
They
stuff?
probably want it on their site, but they haven't put anything on their site yet.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have their site ready to go Monday morning?
You'd think that it would
In
be
this
up
day and age, I still
within
don't
hours.
understand some of these people. If you don't want your stuff all over YouTube, then you get a website together and put it all up there so people can check it out Monday morning.
What doesn't make sense is that they have...
They're not going to rebroadcast this thing.
They have acceptance speeches up on their website, but they don't have performances.
Maybe
I don't know if it's like...
Maybe they don't have the rights to the songs or something, or something like that. That would make more sense, I guess.
Well, the chorus sounds like Ordinary World. No, wait. You missed the part. No.
Oh, there's just a little while.
You keep missing the part.
He's not good at this.
No. Terrible at it. Oh, maybe it was after that. Maybe it was after the big build-up.
Yeah, a little while.
I'd never heard it before last night.
You know what? This might have been the song I was thinking about with my example. Where I feel like this song's been around forever.
I don't know. Whatever.
I felt like that with the Taylor Swift song, but I had never heard it before last night.
Ooh.
And I really liked it.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
I tweeted last night about Taylor Swift.
What'd you tweet?
Enough with the gosh golly G act. You're a big fucking star.
You're
Enough
a big
already.
star.
She has a lot of false modesty.
Where she makes believe, oh gosh, I don't even know why I'm here.
She's cute.
Golly.
She is cute, though, man.
Of course she's cute.
Fucking A.
She's a tall drink of water,
Like
too,
to
man.
fucking shove my face in it.
All right. You know what? That's
what
a little
happened?
more than cute
I
now.
know.
We went from cute to...
Look at her. She's just
debauchery.
Isn't she adorable?
Yeah, I
she
noticed
is.
that last night. The second they were done with the song, she was all, I can't believe we did it.
Oh, my God. I can't believe
Oh, my
you guys-
God,
Oh,
this is
God,
so-
really?
It's an act.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said a gosh golly G act.
Yeah, put the
No one's
banjo
buying
down,
it
too.
as much anymore. Enough already.
Fucking banjo.
I don't have a problem with the banjo.
Ah, stupid. Gimmicky. Look at her, though. Wow,
Not
she is,
gimmicky, she's a country
she
singer.
is a cutie.
She went country now, I guess.
She's always been country.
Oh.
She's a little bit country.
No, didn't she do crossover pop shit?
Well, kind of like...
There was some crossover, but she came out as a country artist.
No, she's a pop artist.
All right.
That's how I know her.
She's kind of in that like Shania Twain category.
Pop star.
And
she's a pop star.
And does every song have to be about a guy that did her wrong? Really?
That's country.
Who would,
She's had a tough life.
who would do Taylor Swift wrong, eh?
I don't know. A lot of mean guys out there. Not me, though.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
John Mayer.
Oh, John Mayer.
Yeah.
John Mayer got in that.
Yeah, people like that.
He
I don't
shot a
like
tray
it.
up in that piece.
I don't know
Linger.
what the...
You think he
forever.
licked her poop chute?
Oh, God. Who wouldn't?
So.
Wow.
That's how you say hello to a girl like that, right?
That's a fine how do you
No.
do.
You start with that.
You remove your hat like a gentleman and then lick her asshole like dogs meeting on the street. Oh, God.
Did Taylor Swift really call Alzheimer's Alzheimer's?
Old timers.
Alzheimer's?
Oh, boy.
I have a great theory on Alzheimer's, but you guys didn't want to hear it today, man. I think that's a good way to go out of this world.
And how's that?
Because you slowly fade away. What's wrong with that?
Well,
Like, let's say you get the big C, which would obviously suck. So I'm not trying to make fun. But you got the big C, but your brain is completely there. So you watch your whole life like deteriorating in front of your crystal clear brain.
Having Alzheimer's is like getting the news that you have cancer every single day.
Oh, God.
I don't
just
think so.
remember that you got Alzheimer's again.
You just wake up and go like, wow, things are going really well. Fuck, I got Alzheimer's.
But then you forget right away. I'm telling you.
And then you go, oh, good. Life is pretty good. I got Alzheimer's. You're just constantly getting adrenaline pumped.
Is it Alzheimer's, by the way? Al. No, hear me out. Listen, I think it's horrible for the family members, but you walking through your life slowly fading away, how bad could that be?
No, because you
but
have
then you're
instances of realizing it. It's not like you don't remember anything ever. Like it quickly flashes back to you, and you go, "Oh shit!"
All right, but that's like stubbing your toe. You get over it quickly
Not only
enough.
that, but then when you're not remembering, you don't know who any of these people are around you.
stubbing
You're
your toe
constantly
again.
scared.
I don't know who's in your family, but is that a bad thing?
Oh, all right.
Is that a bad
I'll
thing?
give you that one.
Is that a bad thing? Like Glenn Campbell's going on tour with Alzheimer's. Glenn Campbell going on tour with Alzheimer's.
Hi, I'm
like a rhinestone something.
Like a rhino cow hoof.
Just start yelling at the audience to get out of his house.
Get out of my house.
Who wouldn't buy a ticket to watch that, though?
Riding out on a mule in a star-spangled toaster oven. Like a... Yeah. I need a teleprompter, perhaps.
Look, man, you get mid-70s and the Alzheimer's starts kicking in. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world to slowly fade out of this world.
But it's not. But it's
because
like,
I think the realization that you're going to die has to be just horrific.
Maybe not at that age.
The worst part of the realization would be when it first hits you, and then you can deal with it. When you have Alzheimer's,
you can't deal with it. How do you know?
It's first hitting you every single day. That's the worst part.
Slow fade.
Every day. It's not a slow fade at all.
I go slow fade.
Slow fade would be cancer.
No, because your brain is completely there. So you're like, holy fuck, this sucks.
But your body's fading out.
You're
It's
constantly
not like...
thinking, holy fuck, this sucks. With Alzheimer's, you're not so much.
But with Alzheimer's, you're being tricked because every now and then you're thinking, everything's fine. Oh, shit, I forgot I have Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but just walking to get the mail is an adventure. How great is that?
You get run over by cars because you're in the middle of the street.
You know how mundane most old people's lives get?
Like a kidney stone lampshade. What? What? Glenn, read the teleprompter, Glenn.
You think that's how they're going to do that?
Shit. Yeah.
Look, I know a lot of you have older relatives with the Alzheimer's.
Now.
And I know that's got to be a horrible thing, but...
He plays guitar,
just a
right?
thought. Who? Campbell?
You don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's what I'm
Some days he
saying.
does, some
Like,
days.
what if he's in mid-performance and he just forgets how to play the guitar?
Forgets how to play. Just some a cappella.
Yeah.
Where's the
man.
singer? He's playing tambourine.
In the Wichita lineman.
Oh, Nicolas Cage is back on the show. Nicolas Cage, it was a great time here on the show. Why are you calling us?
Hello?
Nicholas?
Way to go with the bit.
Talking to me?
Yeah, because everyone in the world is saying, holy shit, Nicolas Cage sounds like Dr. Steve. Yes, I am. Thanks for blowing my bit.
Sorry.
A lot of people said, God damn, Nicolas Cage sounds like Dr. Steve.
Really?
Yeah, they did.
I didn't pick that up.
Oh, shit. Well,
All right, hold on a minute.
I didn't hear him say flood.
This is going great.
Hold on a minute. All right. So Alzheimer's, right? Listen to me. Wouldn't it be better? You're a hospice doctor, right?
yes.
Wouldn't it be better? You got to get to a certain age, first of all. So let's say the evil years for a guy are 74, 75, 76. Do your own research. You'll see most guys die in those 3 years. If you make it past 76, you're going to live well into your 80s. I'm telling you right now. I've
Wow.
done the research.
No one dies at
Ask
78.
No, they don't.
Wow.
They don't. Dr. Steve?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, 74 especially is an evil fucking age.
Wow.
75, 76, and then after that, it's like, it's a piece of cake. You're going to be in your 80s.
Great.
And your life expectancy actually increases if you live to a certain age without having heart disease, diabetes, and stuff. So you're absolutely right.
So there you go. There you go. A doctor backing up my theory. The Alzheimer's, right? So let's say you make it to 76, okay? Wouldn't it be, how bad it could be to let your life slowly fade away?
Well, yeah, it's probably not so bad for the person it happens to, because what happens is they eternally live in the present.
Right.
And that's, if you talk to people who meditate and stuff, that's the position they're trying to attain constantly, is being in the present and not living in the future or the past. And when you have Alzheimer's, that's what's going on, is you have no past and you have no future. You're just living eternally in the present. But it can be miserable for them. There's some of those people cry all the time. Some of them laugh all the time. Some of them are just curled up in a ball going la, 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 la.
I'd nap.
Where it's horrible is for the people around them, because it completely destroys the person that person was. It no longer exists. And for the family, it's a
totally devastating.
Yeah, I said it's got to be horrible for the family. That I completely acknowledge, but I'm just thinking you as the individual, you know, when you realize that your time on this earth is coming to an end, I don't know if fading slowly away is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, right. No, that's right. The worst part of Alzheimer's is when you know that you've got it and you feel your life slowly fading away because you are aware of it in the beginning. You know, you become forgetful, right. You start getting lost in your backyard, and that causes a lot of fear and stuff. And so, you know, the best way to go is to do what my dad did, is go to sleep and wake up, turn off the clock, go back to sleep, and then don't wake up again. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, when you realize you got cancer or something, you had the same thought process when you realize, holy shit, this is going to kill me.
That's right. That's right.
Your father hit the snooze on death?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Wait, wow.
No, he totally did. He got up, he hit the snooze alarm, and then never woke up again.
Wow.
That is, wow.
God, and what happens? Do you just sit there going, man, this is a long time. That alarm should be going off. This is really something. I'm not complaining. I'm able to sleep longer, but...
You try to open up that one eye to see what time it is. Like, wait, why isn't my eye opening anymore?
Man, this is like an eternity or something.
Right.
Wow.
How do you know he hit the snooze alarm?
Well, because his wife told me. You know, she heard him. She heard the alarm go off. She heard him turn it off. And then, you know, she woke up about an hour later, and he was gone.
Wow.
And, yeah, he shot his age in golf the day before, so that's the way to go, you know.
How old was he?
86.
Ah.
So it wasn't a stellar round of golf, but still, I mean, I guess that's a thing if you shoot your age.
Wasn't a stellar round. An 86-year-old shooting 86 is a stellar round of golf. Obviously, someone doesn't have time to hit the links.
Right. I don't know how to do that shit.
I would love to do 86 right now today.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything under 100 for me is good, believe me.
Exactly.
I stink on ice.
All right, Dr. Steve, did you like the Grammys?
You know, I watched The Walking Dead instead.
What's wrong with you people?
I DVR'd The Walking Dead.
Yeah, you could always go to The Walking Dead.
I did a Grammy live from the Compound show, which should be up on iTunes later on today.
And weren't we all watching The Walking Dead when the Beach Boys hit that stage anyway? fucking Brian Wilson was just staring off into space. Mike Love didn't even remember the song he wrote. He had to be nudged when it was his part again. Creepy. It was a downer.
Yeah, that was not good.
So
they looked, old. Oh God, he's like a pelican neck. The Beach Men.
The Beach Men. You're being kind.
The Beach Old Man.
Yeah, Pelican is on the keyboards now.
Their Good Vibrations is now Parkinson's. See, because they're shaking.
Yeah, and a lot of... Like, Mike Love's not even singing there.
Maybe he's got a cool hat.
He does have a cool hat.
You know what the band's gear of the band you're in?
Huh? That's why they want to sell merch.
Gear of the band he's in.
Look at everyone trying to get into it. There's stupid Lady Gaga
with her face wrapped up. Baba, 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 baba.
They were
just hands shaking.
They were competing with the Beatles, and now this is at the same stage that Paul McCartney was just destroying.
Just like killing it on stage.
Yeah, McCartney showed everyone how it's done.
They had so many other people involved with this to try to make it sound good.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Everybody say wow.
Now everybody comes out. Oh, that's great. I love when they bring other people out, and it's a big jam, and it just sounds like shite.
That's the dude from The Voice.
Hey.
Maroon 5.
What?
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5 guy. All right.
Yeah, Brian Wilson and Paul McCartney are both going to be 70 this year.
Wow.
Whoa, that's a big difference in
there's
70s.
A big difference.
Wow.
Right there.
Drugs.
McCartney's going to be 70 this year?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Dr. Steve.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me?
When I'm 70.
Yeah. Dr. Steve.
That means Lennon would have been...
Vladimir?
Lennon was like 4 years older, I think.
The music one.
Died in 1980. 80 at 40 years
comedy.
old? Was that it? 1980?
Yeah.
I think so. He would have been, what, 72 this year, maybe? 72, 73, maybe?
See, but you remember him as the hip
He would have been 72.
guy walking
72.
around New York still.
Yeah.
Fucking rebel, long hair and everything.
Yeah.
And you look at Paul McCartney like, he's got another youngster next to him that's just going to make more millions.
You know, every day people file past the Dakota because it's in my neighborhood getting their death
Fanning?
photo. They
What?
get their death photo.
Oh, so I mistook the building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very good.
Just keep doing that
They get-
all day long.
They get their death photo.
Modeling, what's that, like fun? I saw that the other day. Just had to say it. I tell that to Melissa all the time now. Modeling, what's that, like fun? Fucking Costanza.
Steve, anything else?
No, I got nothing.
Obviously.
Dr. Steve.
All right, Art.
All right, Weird Medicine, of course. Look for it.
Yeah, Saturdays at 9 p.m. on
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony channel.
It's very entertaining.
It sure
really
is. It really is.
Uncensored doctor talking about... usually people want to talk about their assholes, their balls, their dick, and women's vaginas and women's tits.
Yep.
Yeah,
What
as
else is
opposed to
there
guys'
now?
vagina.
You got a good fact about tits before you leave?
Give us a good tit fact, Dr. Steve.
Well, apparently there's an artery in the tit that can explode sometimes.
Oh, stop.
What?
What, it happened one time?
Yeah, it happened to my wife.
Whoa.
And,
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
we were playing, she had had a breast reduction, but I also call that a mutilation.
Yes.
Wait, she had too much tit meat?
Yeah, she went from a double G to a double D, so she's okay.
Double G.
Double G.
Wow, man.
After the D, it just gets into those freak sizes, man.
That doesn't seem fair, though. You married her as a double G, right?
What? Well, now she was double D and then sort of grew to the double G, and it's a genetic thing. Her mom's boobs, I mean, seriously hang down to her knees, and she saw that happening to her, so she had to do something about it.
So, obviously, you weren't breastfed as a child.
Right.
You're
Yeah, no,
attracted to
I
the
love
big
the
ones, the bigums.
Yes, absolutely.
So there's this big artery in there that can explode. Now, what would cause it to burst?
Well, the way we figure it must have happened is after the reduction, there was a little scar tissue that was starting to shrink around this artery, and like dance revolution on New Year's Eve. Something happened in there, and that scar tissue sheared off the artery, and it started pumping blood into her right breast.
Oh, my God. So that boob starts swelling?
Oh, my God. It was twice the size of the other one. It was sticking straight out. It looked like, an Anna Nicole implant.
And was it all black? Was it getting like blue and black?
No, because
black and blue?
the blood was so deep in the breast tissue, it was just like you just shoved a giant implant in there.
Wow, man.
It was hard as a rock.
Damn.
And fortunately, her
What, your dick?
it was very painful, too, so I couldn't take advantage of it. But she, her plastic surgeon was on call that day, and I got her to the emergency room at 3:30 in the morning on New Year's Day.
Wow.
And he evacuated half a unit of blood, which is basically 500 mLs, which is half a liter.
Did she have to eat a lot of sugar cookies after that to get her blood back up?
No chance.
Give us some cookies. Can you donate tit blood for the people that need some blood? You know?
Yeah. Where does that
Just
blood
put it in
go?
a bag.
Right.
No.
Could use it for vampire makeup for Halloween.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a dumb question / observation. You know when you were growing up and stuff, and certainly to this day, when you see a bra laying around, it's kind of sexy, and you're like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you'll see one of those giant bras, and it goes from like kind of that sexiness, that sexual feeling you get inside till you just have to openly laugh.
Yeah, it's funny.
Why is that?
I don't know. It happens in stores, too, when you're walking through the foundations department.
Right.
And you see, like, the bras, and then you see the giant fucking bras. You just go,
yeah, it goes from being titillating to just silly.
To funny.
At what size you think that happens? What the crossover from you're kind of titillated by seeing bras hanging or just laying around, and then the big over the top big ones.
I think
if you can fit your head in it.
Maybe that's what makes it funny, the thought that you can fit your head in it. I also think it's the style, too. If they try to even keep them the least bit lacy and sexy, even though they're huge, they're not as funny as the ones that just look like something that fastens cargo into a plane.
What about, the bra has to itself collapse a little bit. If you throw it and it's still looking like a dome stadium.
Yeah. It looks like those things that they keep sanding, that the county keeps sanding for snowstorms.
It's not titillating anymore?
No, it's not titillating. You're right. If it just collapses flat on the floor like a piece of lingerie.
You're like, oh, I know it was just in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's sexy.
But if it literally bounces and then just comes to a stop and retains its exact shape,
if you can't fold it with the rest of the are we doing a bit here?
I think we're doing a bit.
We need a sound effect when we go into bit mode.
Oh, man.
If you can't, fold it with the rest of the laundry, it's not titillating
It's
anymore.
not titillating.
It's just silly.
If it looks like it's a hat for Siamese popes, it's not titillating. Oh, God.
Oh, we got Dr. Steve on the line. I knew you were an imposter. Hold on a
Dr.
minute.
Steve.
Dr. Steve, what's up, sir?
Good morning, boys. I wanted to let you know I did make a wine out of my wife's tit blood.
Oh, no, come on.
I'll be offering it for Valentine's Day. It's a limited edition.
Well, send us the copy. We'll do reads for it.
Absolutely.
Make wine out of your wife's tit blood.
You know, we haven't talked about Dr. Steve's shitty wine in a while. My sister was up from Florida, Terry. She listens to the show every day. And she goes, "You had a wine made after you?"
Oh, God, right.
Because Dr. Steve's shitty wine is on my desk. I go, well, not really. It's just a thing.
I'm sure you're storing it on its side, so it'll...
Yes.
No, I'm never drinking that.
Mine's in my wine closet.
With the amount of wine it goes through, it's still sitting in there, too.
Isn't that amazing? And there have been nights I've been like, fuck, I could use some wine tonight.
And you still don't open
and I still got to wait for the delivery. And that one bottle is just, it's one bottle in an entire room with wine racks.
And it remains unopened.
And I just look at it like, yep, that fucker's staying right there, waiting for it to increase in value.
How about those bras that, they have too much metal in them, too, Ant?
Oh, yeah, the underwire.
The reinforcement and all that shit.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. I guess some of these women need some support.
Right.
God, that's got to hurt these girls. Those big fucking tits. Their back is always fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So just lay on your back and let us juggle them around.
What?
Yeah, their chest wall's got the indentation from that underwire.
Yeah.
Never quite figured out how that wire being completely under the tit does anything.
Yeah, how does that hold it up? If it's where the tit meets the chest,
don't ask.
Instead of like in mid-tit, it's all about leverage, and I don't see there being much leverage to hold up the tit if you're putting what would amount to the pivot point right there. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Exactly. The only thing I can think of is it just keeps the whole fabric from collapsing.
Yeah, it's probably something like a bridge, like a fucking bridge where you see cables and you go, that doesn't seem like it should hold that up, but I guess the engineers know what they're doing.
Yeah, they figured it out a long time ago.
Yeah.
While we were perfecting the dick joke.
Well,
all right, Steve.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Oh, wait, we're still playing. We're playing If You with the bra thing. Go ahead, Joe in Hoboken.
Yo, buddies, if you can use the bra to wax a bowling ball, it's just not sexy anymore.
See, you could wax a bowling ball with
There
it.
you go. See, he's in on the bit.
I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, Dr. Steve, that Weird Medicine's on sometime on our channel.
Saturday?
9 a.m. Sunday, 9 p.m. Saturday.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. Sunday.
Yep.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you, Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve.
I like Dr. Steve.
We like the
He's
Dr.
a fun guy.
Steve.
Wish he lived closer because he likes to drink.
He does,
Could
huh?
use another drinking buddy.
You're, running out of drinking buddies? What's happening?
No.
Falling by the
No,
wayside?
I could just always use more. You know, well, the more people that are drinking with you, the better you feel about your drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I hear you. We're going to break because we have Valentine's Day shit to get to.
Oh, is that it? It's not even to do with like the show part of it. Let's break because it's like, let's break.
Well, yeah.
Because we have Valentine's Day stuff to get
And people have had it. I'm not even going to lie to you. They've had it.
People sitting in this room have had it.
And I think it ends tomorrow.
Well, it's got to. Oh,
well,
man.
today's the day, right?
Well, tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
So
they're not going to be able to guarantee delivery.
We might have a little mop-up tomorrow, maybe. But after today, for the most part, we go back to normal, the normal live read schedule because it's killing people.
Belated Valentine's Day gift.
And we might have Springsteen tickets. I don't know.
Oh,
But if we promote it, then there's got to be rules, so I don't even know if we have the tickets. To some special thing.
Can't even talk about it.
Can't talk about it.
But if we can't talk about it, why would we even do it?
Well, the second you bring it up, you got to give them away.
You could talk about it when you do it.
But we don't even know. Do we have them?
I don't know.
See, I know we have them, but I got to make believe we don't, because then if I tell people we definitely have them, then we have to write rules or something.
Yeah. Might not
This
have
radio thing has gotten very complicated. I remember the days you would just fucking, tease ticket giveaways.
Oh, it was great. You'd wait for your friend to call and give him the tickets, and it was fantastic.
Ixnay.
On the Ickets Day.
On the free trip to Ireland Day.
Ewe ave gay ake ewe say eely ray ud gay itche ute ens fray.
Octor Day A gay.
Octor Day gay.
That's impressive.
So, hypothetically, because now we have to say that now.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically, if we had tickets, let's say, to Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney played at the Apollo Theater.
That Pat, you can't have them.
Oh.
But we wouldn't be able to tease that we have Paul McCartney tickets to maybe help, our show.
You could say we might be giving them away later.
Oh, boy.
But if you
I
say
thought that was taboo.
Don't say how.
But if you say you definitely have Paul McCartney tickets and you're going to give them away before 10 o'clock, then what happens?
I don't know.
Then
We
there's-
might be able to say that.
Then
That's
there's
a
a
gray
whole
zone.
Then there's a whole lawyer thing, and they got to write rules.
I don't think we can say, hey, we have these tickets that we're going to give away at 9 o'clock, and here's how we're going to do it.
What happened?
Rules.
What made this complicated?
Rules.
What do you think?
I don't think it's the company. Is it like
That's-
New York State or something?
I
Some
don't
law.
know. Maybe
There's
it's
some
a
law
federal
that
law.
has been enacted.
Maybe
you can't
it's some-
just
It's
tease
against
giveaways
fraud
anymore.
or something. Fraud.
There's a very fine line between just doing basic giveaways and when it turns into a contest that there are rules for.
Why did this have to
That's
turn into
so
something like that
weird.
Wall Street has to pay attention to, like fucking like stock exchange rules? SEC is on your ass. This is just goofy giveaways.
By the way, really quickly, I have picked out my new phone.
Oh!
And every single person I know in my family, including my wife, including the gang in Philly, including my brothers, all have iPhones. And
So you're getting the iPhone.
no.
Why are you getting phones
You know
time
how-
after time that you don't like?
You know how it drives you guys
He's
nuts?
a glutton for punishment.
He is.
It is driving everyone in my
Yeah.
family now nuts.
You're a glutton
Because
for
now they're
punishment.
screaming at me too. I'm like, they scream at me at work. I don't need to be screamed at home too.
What are you getting?
The Galaxy 2.
Oh my God!
The Samsung Galaxy 2.
And what?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the big one that looks like it's almost a tablet?
I know.
It's a
What
little
made you
big.
get that?
I haven't got it yet.
Well, what's
It's a little
making
big.
you get that?
Not
you
gonna
need
lie
to,
to you.
like, you got
Instead
to
of
buy
an
new
iPhone.
jeans with bigger pockets.
It's a little
Oh,
big.
God.
I might have to get homie jeans to carry this around.
Hey, you're going to need cargo pants from now on.
Comes with a fanny pouch.
What's it got? That
And
you,
everyone is begging me, will you just fucking buy an iPhone? I'm like, no.
iPhone.
No, I like this one.
Does it have a kickstand?
It's a little big. But I've been told that phones are going to start getting a little bigger now again.
Is it one of those slick new phones that comes with a stylus that I keep
No
hearing?
stylus.
Yes, it's a stylus.
Yeah, I don't know why they would introduce the stylus in the year 2012 again.
I don't know
That was
why
the
you would get
dumbest
the
Super Bowl
Galaxy.
commercial ever.
that stylus is to pull out and jam in the eye of the person that's trying to sell it to you.
Is Travis
the
right? Is
stylus.
it the one with the kickstand?
I don't have a kickstand. Samsung.
What does it
Galaxy
have?
2.
What made you choose that one?
It's not an iPhone.
That's the sheer reason.
And my guy actually said, look, if I didn't like apps so much, I would buy this phone.
It's an iPhone.
The button is designed to look like the iPhone.
Whatever.
It looks like one of those like Chinese knockoff iPhones.
The phones are getting bigger because we're now watching our movies on our phones, right, people?
You could fucking watch it on an iPhone.
Nope. Samsung Galaxy 2.
Oh, my God.
I think that's what I'm going with. Yeah.
What happened to the Galaxy 1?
Nobody bought it.
It did all right.
Nobody bought it.
It did all right. I like the droids. It's kind of like a droid phone, right?
Yeah, it runs the Android operating system.
Great.
Yeah, Android operating system fucking rules.
Those terrible names.
And the video's in
Sandwich.
HD.
Android is indeed the second best phone operating system.
I'll agree with that. It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely up there. at
More
number 2.
Android phones out there in the market than iPhones.
That's
They
because
make
there's
a lot
only
of
one
shitty
iPhone.
phones.
Well, that's your
And they
problem.
put Android on 5 million phones.
That's your
Right.
More than
problem.
one.
That's
I got
your
the
problem.
exclusive.
Android's the operating system. Oh, man. What'd you do?
Mine's exclusive now.
Yeah, someone's got a special phone.
How'd you get that?
What
Black
is
in
that?
the front, white in the back.
Because you're like half and half.
That's not why.
Oh, I
That's
get
not
it.
why I did it.
They only
That
give
makes
those
sense.
phones to half and
To
half.
half-breeds.
To the Oreos.
Malata.
It's the Mulata special edition.
How'd you get that?
I replaced the black glass, and they were like, "Oh, we'll put another black thing on." I was like, "Why don't you put a white piece on?"
Like, we can't do that.
That's pretty cool.
Fucking
That's
not
starting a trend.
sanctioned. That's
No,
not
it's
sanctioned.
exclusive shit now.
Apple didn't do that.
By the way, Travis, to answer your question, that's
yeah?
the Galaxy Note.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Because they are like also coming out with the more. Of
I
a
saw a
tablet
commercial
type of
for
thing.
some phone that was just way too big. Like the person could barely hold it in their hand.
I think that was the Galaxy Note. I think it was a Super Bowl commercial, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not going with that shit.
So when are you getting this new phone?
Huh?
Oh,
When
look
are you getting
at
it?
that. It's bigger. It's, oh, God.
It's bigger. It's less style.
What?
No.
Look at
It's
the comparison.
bigger, and yet it doesn't look like the screen as much. It's a little bigger, yeah.
I wish Jimmy was here because it drives him nuts more than anything.
Oh, he goes crazy.
It's so stupid.
Why? Look,
It's so stupid.
it's just a little bigger than the
It's all
iPhone 4.
busy.
It's just a little bigger.
All the features that you've ever said I want in a phone.
Yeah.
You're like, this phone would be perfect if only it had.
You got HD video with the iPhone 4?
Yeah. Yes.
So do I with the Galaxy 2.
But you don't. It's already in the iPhone. You don't. It's
Galaxy
there.
2. Samsung.
It's there.
That's what I'm going.
You use iMovie
For a mere $700.
$700.
Yeah, you use iMovie, you use a Mac. Why wouldn't you want your phone to interface with your equipment without any problems? Because
Seamlessly.
it's all the same stuff.
Because I'm not buying into this iPhone culture. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. It's a fad.
I'm sorry.
First of all, you bought an iPad and an iBook or whatever they're called now.
Yeah,
PowerBook,
MacBook
Pro, whatever.
PowerBook Pro MacBook. Thing.
Don't
That's
you
the
wanna-
culture.
I give them a little taste, but I'm not going all in.
But that's just it. The
Healthy
one
not to
piece,
go all in.
the key piece, your phone would interface so easily with all those other items.
You should have not gotten the computer and the iPad. That would have been not going all the way.
Right.
What?
You're backwards.
Yeah, your entire body is in the pool, and you're just like refusing to dunk your head.
Yeah.
You're looking for an air pocket.
Yeah.
Why are you guys so frustrated over my phone choice?
Because you do it on purpose.
Yeah, you specifically choose bad
It's
phones.
so calculated. It's so calculated. Oh, my God.
See, the Galaxy, not bad of a phone. I like
Sure,
that.
yeah, not
That's
bad.
a good.
That's what
a
you
good
want.
Review.
Not bad.
That's a good review, right
Hey, it's
there.
not bad.
The Beach Boys last night were not bad.
No, they were terrible.
Okay, you're right.
What?
But I mean, I have seen movies that you know what, it wasn't bad. I don't mind
Yeah,
that.
but you're never
I
going to
don't
watch it again.
I don't mind that in my phone.
How about a StarTAC?
Not bad.
StarTAC.
Makes a call.
Now you're talking.
Now you're talking.
Now you're talking.
See,
iPhone sucks balls. I'm proud of Opie. Thank you. Sweet phone, Opie. Thank
yeah.
you.
How could
just say
anyone
that.
say iPhone sucks
iPhone
balls?
screens are too little.
If you
Thank
don't like it, you could say, well, there are certain things I don't like about it, so I decided not to get it. But sucks balls?
Stupid.
I don't think the iPhone
can't call the phone that is modeled after or
Every other phone
every
is
other
now
phone
modeled after the
it.
iPhone.
You
This
can't
was the
say it
first
sucks.
fucking phone that was this. And now every other phone's trying to be like it, and it sucks balls. What sucks balls? The innovative touch screen that everyone else adopted?
But by the way, Sam, what were you saying about my phone choice?
Sucked balls?
Stupid.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Dave on Long Island. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Sam, you suck balls, dude. Why don't you get a better TV than what you bought?
Yeah, you're out of this tech talk, Sam.
Your TV sucks balls.
Because I'm not in a position where I could buy literally any piece of technology I want.
You're out of the tech talk. Sorry.
I'm saving money.
Turning your mic off.
Saving
Anyone
money.
that has a tiny TV can't talk about phones.
Exactly. So if you win this argument, hands down.
Nice.
Now, if people are saying
gold star for me
that the phone sucks balls as well, I mean the phone part of it maybe.
What?
The phone part of the iPhone maybe.
I don't make phone calls
Yeah,
officially.
but nobody does.
No, but I officially have told my family that I don't make or receive phone calls anymore. I officially told
Oh,
everyone.
good. Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
do the same
serious.
thing.
No, but I officially told them because they're getting really mad. They're like, "Why isn't your voicemail set up? And why don't you ever answer your phone?" So I finally had to send out an email that I officially do not answer phone calls or make phone calls on my phone anymore.
Text me.
Text me. I'll text you back.
I'll text back.
No problem.
It's fast.
I'm
It's
not
easy.
saying we're not going to communicate. This is the way it is now.
I could do it on my time.
Right.
Which is a lot easier.
Plus, I might have a little hearing loss, so I can't hear anymore.
What? Abbott and Costello over here.
I get very irritable when I have to actually use my phone for a phone call, and I think that might be because maybe I can't hear as
Maybe
well.
I can't hear. Maybe this incessant fucking hissing and ringing in my ears from these headphones.
You know what happened today? I didn't even want to say it during the Nicolas Cage interview. I thought I was in the middle of a hearing test.
Oh, no. Were you raising your hand?
I
hear
wanted to raise
something
my
in
left
this ear.
hand. There was something going on over here. Yeah, that's exactly what I was hearing.
Yeah.
That just started. So.
I get this, too.
Really? I don't have that.
At night, I have to have the TV on. I got to have the TV on.
All of a sudden, I'll just have a tone in my left ear.
Yeah?
Just a tone for a couple seconds. A little loke. Wild thing.
Yeah.
Funky Cole Medina. Same song. Wild thing. How the fuck did he get 2 hits?
Bow, bow, bow.
Black History Month.
Thing.
So there you go. There's my phone choice. I think I'm going to purchase it today.
Maybe we'll do something
Galaxy
after
2.
the break.
The wow thing.
We might have tickets.
Maybe. Well, I don't know.
We can't say that. Like
stay
what?
tuned.
That's stupid. Why would we even do this?
Maybe we can. I'll talk to.
You know, I hate giving my word because my word is good. Believe it or not.
That's my word.
I'm an
do
asshole, but I'll tell you this much about me. If I give you my word, I hold to that usually. And someone actually came to me and go, look, we might have something to give away, but you got to give me your word that you're not going to make fun of it. And I actually had to give my word.
Yeah.
There's nothing to make fun of. This is a great prize.
Oh, it is.
Of course it is.
Well, there's a part
Oh,
of
no,
it
I
that is so make funnable. I'll write it down because I gave my word.
The person.
Oh.
No, not the person.
I gave my word, Ant, so I got to write
I
it down.
heard the word.
You know what I'm talking about?
Bird. The bird is a word. Bird. Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Of course.
Here's
Why? What else did I
here's
do?
the part that we can make
yeah.
fun of.
Oh, right.
And he goes, look, and he even mentioned this part of it, and he goes, but do you have my word? You won't make fun of that. So I can't make fun of that.
Because
my word is good.
Yeah.
Isn't there another word song?
It's in the music folder, Eric.
Word.
Word up.
Ah, yeah. Word up. That's one. Word.
But that's just because we have so many.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No more words.
Oh, yeah, no more words.
Berlin? Is that Berlin?
No more words. No more words. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Get E-Rock on the fucking...
1 for 2.
1 for 2.
All right,
He's
great.
really avoiding taking those show dumps also.
You know what? He really is.
By the way, the iPhone is now being called a hunk of dog shit.
Oh, now, come
Joe
on.
Dawson from Bethpage, Long Island.
It's not a hunk of dog shit.
Were you
I
into
mean,
Berlin?
You may not like it. I'm still into Berlin. Oh. So you meant the,
Very good.
Oh, boy. No, I you know, in the 80s, being a child of the 80s,
Didn't they have the Metro of Love or something? I'm riding on the Metro of Love.
Was that them?
I think so.
And then they had that other song.
What was the other one?
I don't know. Didn't they have another hit?
Take My Breath Away.
Ah, right. Was that from Top Gun?
Yep.
Take my breath away.
Didn't they do a Bands Reunited?
Listen to that keyboard, that 80s. It was probably a fucking guitar. Guy's holding his guitar on stage. How silly. Put it on a rack, you dummy.
Yeah, that's a Yo
You want to be a
Gabba song.
guitarist? Be a guitarist.
Guitar. Oh, Jesus.
She was like kind of cute back then too. with
Let's
her
take a look at her.
blonde black hair.
I don't know if she was cute. I don't remember. Let's take a look at the Berlin lady.
In this video, I think she was kind of cute.
I don't remember. Berlin
Don't
band.
fuck with me. And don't get a picture now. Don't get a picture of the reunion tour picture, you fucking hump. Yeah, stop. No.
Well, but the hair, I mean,
Where is she?
That was the time.
Well, it was.
Yeah, this is the Metro of Love.
All right.
Do-do-do-de-do. Oh, the Metro's called? All right, whatever.
Put Berlin band, yeah. No. How about,
See, all you're doing is finding good pictures, and you just want to prove that she.
Why did
no?
You know what? I was a child of the 80s. I didn't have the child of the 80s hairdo.
Search her
though.
name.
Did you, Ant? I don't have the child of the 80s
No, I have
hairdo.
child of the 70s hair.
Which is weird, considering you were
my
a
afro.
child of the 80s.
I know.
Strange.
I spent a teen year in the 80s.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, that's no now. That's now.
Wait, that's all grown up, but if you click the all grown up picture, they go back to the old. That was the old version,
you.
Sam. Oh, Sam. Go back to that TMZ shit.
You're punching up pictures of her now.
Keep going backwards until you get that
I'm
TMZ
getting
remember
very-
her thing.
Very angry with you.
Okay, now if you click on her, you get to see what she used to look like.
No, that was the picture.
Oh, that's her now.
Wait, go back then. So this is the one that she's not good looking.
She's kind of cute.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Glad we got that settled. Sometimes you get so deep into something, you don't realize there's no reason to do this.
Doing important work here.
Yes, we're doing important work here. I'll just trying to get by.
You want to do some Black History Month shit?
Yeah, this is a good one.
And then we might have something to give away. I don't even know. Remember?
Yeah.
I gave my word.
You did give your word. Very good.
First this.
For Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show recognizes some of the individuals whose contributions have shaped the African American community and changed all of us for the better. Today, we acknowledge the African American athlete and entertainer, Kamala. Coming from the jungles of Uganda, Kamala was able to break both cultural and language barriers to become one of America's premier professional wrestlers. Thanks to companions like Kim G, Kamal was able to make the transition from headhunter to pro wrestler seem effortless and push the boundaries by doing it all in a loincloth. Had it not been for you, Kamala, a giant black man with a moon painted on his belly would have come off as silly and offensive. Stay tuned as we continue to recognize significant African American contributions for Black History Month here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Sirius XM. You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Whether or not you're paying attention is another question.
Let's do it. This is what I'm talking about. I loved this performance at the Grammys last night. It was pretty amazing. Wild thing.
I remember that one.
This was on my soundtrack for the 80s when I was a child of the 80s. I had this one. Wow.
Did ya?
Oh, yeah. I want to thank all the tech heads out there, Ant, because I was about to buy the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, we heard.
And a lot of people were going, hell no, wait for the Galaxy Nexus.
Oh,
And it's
I love when
coming
you
in
have
a
to
lot.
wait for something, and then it comes out and it sucks too.
But it's only a month away, and I'm going on vacation soon, and I don't want to, like, bring my brand new phone to the beach.
Why not?
So I'll fuck with the old phone on the beach. I'll come back all nice and tan, and then I go, hey, give me the Galaxy Nexus. This is perfect for me.
Well, what if you go to the beach again with the new phone?
Well, that'll be in the summertime. And by that time, I don't care if it gets scratched up or a little sand on it.
What are you doing with your phone on the beach? Throwing it? Are you playing frisbee with a dog with it?
You don't have a kid, man. Are you
Oh, they
kidding
grab,
me?
Yeah, kids grab your phones all the time. That's annoying.
This is why you need an iPhone, because you can give it to the kid.
Let me tell you what my kid does now. For some reason, I decided it was really smart to have my TV really low in my living room, so when I sit on the couch, it's perfect eye level, not up high. And he's got like this raking toy that he likes, and guess what he's raking?
Probably the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has no concept that might not be a good thing.
No.
What are kids doing?
Huh?
What do kids do?
I will never hit my kid, and I will make you this promise today, sir.
Yeah.
But I completely understand why people hit their kids.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't doubt it. They could get a little annoying.
But I, for one, will not be doing that, which makes it a bit frustrating. So I have to
Until the TV falls off.
I have to go elsewhere in my apartment and bite myself really hard.
Yell out curse words.
And punch things. And get myself together. Because, man, you get the itch.
The itch to start swinging.
No, that's a complete joke. And I hope you understand that.
Man.
It's not a joke.
But you know what I am. You know what I'm saying, right?
Anyone with a toddler.
It almost
knows exactly what
sucks.
you're talking
It almost sucks that they've taken that out of the playbook. Another kid thing really fast. My kid loves Buzz Lightyear and Toy Story, all three movies.
What kid doesn't?
Because I've lost every single copy of Toy Story. I got the box set. I don't know if you know this. It has 3 copies of every movie. You got the Blu-ray, you got the regular, and you got the digital. It's nice.
I have that. It's very good.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Of
course I do.
All right, maybe you could help me out, or maybe some of these tech people could help me with a workaround. So I've lost every copy of the movie, and he still wants to watch Toy Story, and we're renting it every day, and I think I've spent close to $1,000 on Toy Story.
The copies.
One might be in a car.
Oh, boy.
I have a lot of nephews and nieces. I think they took a copy.
Does he like Toy Story 3?
He gets scared out of his mind.
He doesn't like Lotso?
He hates no.
Because I was going to say Toy Story 3 is free on Netflix.
Oh, really?
It's streaming on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Know what he hates, but he wants to watch? I tried to turn it off. Shrek scares the living shit out of my kid.
Really?
But I go, all right, let's turn it off, and he'll shake his head like no, and then he'll just grab you, and he just gets into it.
That's hilarious. Why is?
And as a parent, you're like, all right,
no
you don't want your
reason.
kid scared, so let's turn off the TV. He will not let you turn off the TV, but he's scared. I'm trying to figure out that emotion.
That's pretty weird.
But anyway, here's the workaround. So I get the box set. I'm like, I'm down to the digital copy. I'm like, let's put it in one of the laptops because we want to watch the Grammys all in one room. So you put him on the fucking laptop with the Toy Story, and we watch the Grammys. I need the digital code.
Shouldn't it already be in your iTunes?
What?
Shouldn't it be in your...
No!
You need the papers that they came with.
There was one lousy piece of fucking paper that came in the box set.
Like you didn't, you haven't put it in your iTunes yet. This is going to be the first time.
But because I've been going through the box and stuff, I think, knowing how stupid I am at times, I thought it might have been a coupon or something.
Yep.
And I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
So now I can't use the digital copy.
No.
Correct.
Here's the question. Is there a workaround?
Of course there is.
You just have to find a new code.
From where? But why wouldn't they write the digital? Here's my question.
Yeah.
If you have the box set, that means you purchased it, right? I just put my tongue in the middle of saying that. Ouch. Fuck, did that hurt? And why wouldn't they give the code on the box itself so you're not going to lose it?
Because then
it was just a tiny insert, a little flimsy piece of paper that had Toy Story on it, and I wasn't thinking.
Yes.
If it was on the outside of the box, you could see it in
Not
the
even
store.
on the outside. How about inside? You bought it. You're opening up the packaging. Why can't it be somewhere where you're not going to lose it so easily?
Yeah.
Maybe it's more expensive to print the box differently every time. I don't know.
So frustrated. I'm like, I don't know where that fucking piece of paper is. I haven't seen that piece of paper since we got this 4 months ago or whatever
You're
it was.
fucked.
I am,
You're
right?
gonna have to get a whole new box set
just to get the digital copy.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
But then you'll have all the other copies too, and you.
I wasn't thinking though.
Watch them a little.
Yeah, because we had
carefully.
the Blu-ray and the regular, so I'm like, I'm not even thinking that I might need a code for the digital copy. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm kind of saying?
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Anyway.
My God.
What else about the Grammys? We teased the Grammys all day and we haven't really talked about it.
Well, yeah, we kind of talked about the Beach Boys and Paul McCartney and Bruce.
Does anyone know why Joe Walsh was on that stage? Trying to figure it out. There's that big guitar jam at the end, and there's Joe Walsh. Why was he there?
I guess because he's kind of a, age-wise with Paul McCartney, and it's not like just having some young rocker up there.
Yeah.
But it's not like they said, hey, here's Paul McCartney, and on guitar, Joe Walsh.
I know.
Joe Walsh.
But the rest of the guys, it made sense because Bruce was already there doing his thing up front. Then you had Dave Grohl, who Who else was up there? Joe Walsh, and I think there was somebody else too. But everyone else had something to do with the Grammys, so it made sense to bring them all together at the end for the jam. But I don't know why Joe Walsh was there.
I don't know. Joe Walsh has got a nice head of hair, doesn't he?
He sure does that.
Just got that big
Think it's real?
coif still.
Think it's real?
I think it is. He never went through a point where it looked like he was losing it and then he got more back, you know?
Yeah. Do we like Bruno Mars?
No. That was one of the dumbest. I felt like I was watching Streets of Fire.
Yeah. Do you like the song, though?
No.
It's kind of catchy.
Fucking fake Elvis shit.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Who cares?
You don't mind it?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Bruno Mars. Damn, that's a good stage show.
I'm not a fan of gimmicks in music, man. It drives me nuts.
Yeah,
That's why
like
Lady Gaga drives me nuts, and now this Nicki Minaj, who is so fucking overrated. I know I'm out of the demo, but I don't get it. Sam likes Nicki Minaj.
To an extent.
Oh, to an extent now.
Oh, now that she had that shitty performance, you're backing off a little
The
bit.
support is waning.
Her performance was all over the place. I don't even know what she was trying to accomplish. She obviously was trying to get the church all pissed off, but they got bored by it too.
She's trying to get Lady Gaga level attention without realizing that the element that she's lacking is the fact that Lady Gaga is actually a very talented musician and singer.
Oh.
And that's not there. Like, Nicki Minaj, when she started, she went down the Lil' Kim road and then realized that if she could pop herself up a little bit, that's a lot more mainstream. So she changed her gimmick to kind of steal what Gaga was doing, but she's not on that level of musician.
So she's the Black Lady Gaga.
Without the musical ability.
Right.
She's trying too hard.
Did you see that big,
Right.
over-the-top, red hooded thing she was wearing?
All right, like Little Red
stupid.
Riding Hood thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looked like something
Like
Gaga
the
would have
Village.
worn.
E-Rock. Nice.
Oh, the Village.
I was trying to figure out what that looked like. That dumb Village movie.
Yeah.
And the performance at the Grammys was almost a duplicate of the thing that Gaga did when she did Paparazzi at the MTV Awards and strung up in the ceiling.
Right.
Except Gaga wasn't lip syncing when she did it.
Oh, shit. Are you accusing people of lip syncing?
Holy shit. The
There
whole
were
show is lip
close-ups
syncing.
on
I
her
know.
face where you hear her singing, but she's just standing there like she's crucified, but her mouth's not moving.
Yeah, you look at some of these things, they're dancing and moving so much that they can't possibly be singing
Possible.
without sounding like they got one of those oldie-time ass-shaking exercise machines on.
Right.
You know, there's no way you can actually hold a note while you're jumping around like a maniac.
Right.
Gaga was singing while hanging from the ceiling and dripping stage blood off of herself.
And really
That's a
singing.
performance.
Oh, what a gal.
Here's my real thought on Lady Gaga. I hope she, maybe next album, just blows off all the horse shit and let's see what she could do without everyone staring at her Halloween costumes. I think she would do that, right? Like, totally dressed down and just go for it. Didn't Aguilera do that, Aunt?
Yeah.
She used to be like this, I'm fucking a dirty version of Britney Spears.
Dirty
and then,
whore.
And then decide, you know what, I don't need all that shit. I'm just going to get up there and sing. And as much as she gained a lot of weight and likes period juice dripping down her legs.
Yeah, that's her new gimmick.
She could sing.
Period juice.
They used to call it that.
Period juice. I don't think juice ever came into it. No, you're just juicing a woman. Squeeze her.
But I guess I know what Ant's going to say about this one, but
no way.
That Rihanna, holy mother!
Oh, I'm not going to say anything bad about her.
She is so fucking hot.
Pop
and
her up
sexy.
there. Sam's working on it.
She had kind of the Farrah Fawcett do going on last night too.
Retro
The blonde Farrah Fawcett hair.
Yeah.
And I was openly like fucking losing it when Rihanna was on.
Were you making noises like oh?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And my wife, instead of being jealous, just starts openly laughing. And I'm like, what's up? She goes, I'm just picturing you having sex with Rihanna. She would wreck you.
Oh, man.
I go, what do you mean with that fucking, that hip thing that she probably would do? She goes, she would break you in half.
Yeah, she does kind of have a weird thing going on.
What do you mean a weird thing?
Well, she's got that Farrah Fawcett thing, like you said, the hair.
Right.
But her face is like, there's something mean about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
She uses bangs now to cover up that big ass forehead, which is good.
Giant forehead.
Oh, she's got a big forehead?
Massive. So that used to be her
Really?
thing. When she was like young,
Right.
she was that chick with the big ass forehead, and then once she started,
A lot of black chicks have the big forehead.
Oh,
What's
where the
umbrella?
hairline starts at the top of their middle
what's
of their
that about?
head.
Once Umbrella came out, she started disguising it with bangs and stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good choice.
I like her.
It's going a little crazy, right?
I like her.
She's getting. She's in that Christina Aguilera dirty period right now.
Yeah, but I mean, she's
Dirty
like,
period.
And is Chris Brown and her getting back together? There's rumors.
People are saying that they've been seen in the same areas.
Well,
together.
Then she just deserves everything she gets.
Yeah, she's just stupid.
Yeah, another punch in the
stupid.
face. There you go. Maybe he'll get mad at you again for nothing and just punch you in the face a few times.
And would you go there?
Yeah, I'd go there. She's pretty light.
Would he go with Nicki Minaj, though?
No.
Hell no.
Hell
nah.
Oh, Hannah.
We got the answer to the Joe Walsh question, by the way.
Oh?
He was, I guess, I'm just trusting someone, so fuck it. He was playing on the McCartney horseshit Valentine song.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
With Diana Krall. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I was too busy trying to come up with a funny tweet.
Yeah, I think
Very busy.
The performance started by showing him.
What the fuck? Get that fucking shit out of
Looking
my
at Nicki
face.
Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Her fans love her, though.
What's with that ass?
I guess I'm getting too old because I don't get it.
Her ass is a gimmick. I mean, I hate the girls that their ass is their gimmick.
Yeah.
It's like, stop it. Good. Then take your fucking pants off and let people tool it. You're teasing with your dumb ass.
When she's rapping, I like her. But
what about Katy Perry? Dressed all like Smurfish last night. That blue shit.
She was coming out like, oh, I'm single now, guys. Look out.
I guess
I'm a wild woman.
I guess she really stuck it to Russell Brand, the tabloids are saying.
Oh,
She
yeah?
stuck it to Russell Brand good. Why, Sam? I don't even know why.
well, the song that she debuted at the Grammys,
Right.
was a post-divorce song saying, you know,
What were some of the lyrics?
I don't remember the lyrics.
Because is that why
It sounded like every Katy Perry song. Hot and cold, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every song she does.
She pulled that song together pretty quick.
Yeah.
You're not a fan of Katy Perry? I'm a fan. I'm absolutely a fan of her heavy boobs.
I like
You
her
like the
proactive
titties?
commercials.
You do?
Yeah, she's talking into a shoe. She's like, hello, hello. And I'm like, whoa, it's a shoe. It's just crazy. She's a crazy woman.
I guess what happened was the first song that she started with was from her, I don't know, that album that
That
did
was
well.
one of the big hits of the year, yeah.
And that song was based on Russell Brand when she was in love, I guess.
You could assume so.
A lot of the album was about him, I guess, because it was a love album.
One would imagine.
So then they did the record scratch and all that shit. You thought, oh my God, technical problems at the
That's
Grammys.
what I thought.
Crazy.
They got me.
They sure
got me too.
They
Yeah.
sure got all of us. And then she debuted the new song, which is a diss to Russell Brand, I guess.
Well, it's more of her saying, I am an empowered female.
I am woman,
Just-
hear me roar.
That's the vibe.
Number's too big to ignore.
Hits One debuted the song before the Grammys did last year.
Get the fuck out of here. That must have made the news, right? Oh.
It was on Mikey Piff's Twitter. I don't
Yeah, that's the news. That's the news.
Public domain.
It's all about getting your name out there.
What do you think Russell Brand was doing last night while Katy Perry was being a big star at the Grammys?
Fucking some other girl.
Really?
Yeah, not even
giving
giving a shit. What is with that? What are the tabloids saying? Do dish about how their marriage broke up. Was he philandering?
Well, no, they're saying they were just too different. You know, Russell Brand's sober and Katy Perry's a bit of a party girl. Plus, her parents never approved, being that they're both so religious.
Oh, man, he did dish.
That's a good dish. Rumors she wants the Tim Tebow because they're both Christian people.
Well, Opie,
both children of the Lord.
her parents invited Tim Tebow to their church. That's how that started.
Really?
I think that's more a Mr. and Mrs. Perry dream.
That'd be hilarious if she just like pulled her pants off and she's standing there and he goes into Tebow pose to lick her pussy. It would be like, you know, it's like, wow, look, it's Tebow and he's Tebowing, but he's licking a snitch.
On the Grammys?
Well, maybe in their bedroom.
Okay.
I would go on the Grammys.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want ratings, I would do that on the Grammys.
Get your name out there.
What else about the Grammys? God, and we used to be friends with this guy too.
Oh no!
But he makes all of us sick at this point.
Oh Jesus!
I
Could
tweet-
be so many people still.
I tweeted that every time I see him, he makes me car sick. I'm talking about Jack Black.
Oh God!
And even Jim
Jack
Norton agreed and
Black.
retweeted. There's something about this guy that just drives us nuts now.
Oh,
I don't know. Is he trying too hard?
And
What is
Jack
it?
Black. Yeah, it's this. He tries so hard to be the outrageous guy and the wild guy, Oh, look at him. He's rock and roll. His whole speech, we have it, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to talk about, hey, the cool indie bands play outside the building. Because I gather the Foo Fighters were playing in the tent outside.
Yeah.
That's right.
Trying to say that the Foo Fighters is a cool indie band? Fucking a multi-billion-dollar indie band?
Yeah, that was formed off of a multi-billion-dollar band.
Indie
beforehand.
band? Yeah. Just stop.
Yeah, but who's cooler than Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl's
Jack
all
Black?
right.
No, shit.
I was explaining to my wife the old days when Dave Grohl called me and Aunt personally when we were at AAF.
Oh, my God.
Thanking us for helping get his new band, as we know, as the Foo Fighters, off the fucking ground.
You didn't get his recent call?
No.
Oh, because, see, you don't accept calls.
He blew us off.
I got mine.
He blew us off 10 years ago easily. But remember the days? He'd be like, hey, guys, just want to call.
It's like, whoa, it's Dave Grohl.
AAF at the time was one of the stations that was pushing Foo Fighters forward. I mean, obviously they had the talent and they were going to be what they are today, obviously, but they had to start somewhere. And we were on that train early, man.
Oh, boy. Wow.
I still like him. I'm not going to trash
He's
the guy.
awesome.
Dave Grohl rules. His fucking band rules. I
He's
like him.
Big reason why rock and roll is still.
Did you hear what he said on stage, though, with Butch Vig? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Goes, we're working with Butch Vig for the first time in 20 years. We made an album with him with Nirvana. That album is Nevermind.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Would it kill you to say Nevermind? One of the biggest fucking albums that come out in the last 25 years?
Oh, most of the people
It's almost
listening
like-
wouldn't even know.
But it's almost like he wants to really downplay that Nirvana
Well, I
thing.
think in the grand scheme of things, he's far more known for Foo Fighters than Nirvana today.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
How weird is that?
It's really weird. Like when you
If you
think
think
about
about
like kids that are, kids like I'm 30, so like a 20-year-old knows him for Foo Fighters, which is really weird because, he was the drummer for the greatest band of our generation.
But Nirvana
probably-
changed music.
Exactly.
There
Yeah.
are probably kids now that know the song Smells Like Teen Spirit, but really don't know anything about the band.
Wow, really?
I hope not.
It's an
I'll bet there
oldie.
are.
It's a classic rock song.
Yeah.
Why would they listen to classic rock?
That song, this will kill you. 20 years old. Smells Like Teen Spirit. It came out, I think, 91, right? 91,
Damn.
okay. So it's 21 years. That's unbelievable.
Wow.
You think, I said this a while ago, and we don't have stats still, I don't think. Or did we answer this question? Has he sold more records with the Foo Fighters at this point?
Well, he must have. I mean, they've had 8 records or something like that.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
But I want a little acknowledgement for the Nirvana, a little bit. He goes, yeah, Butch Vig, we did a record with Nirvana. I'm like, that was not just a record. That changed everything. But here's Jack Black, because,
No?
This person says no.
Really?
It says Nirvana sold over 60 million albums.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Foo Fighters have not sold 20 million, and that was last year.
Oh, damn.
That's probably right.
Guy says, yeah.
You know
So
what?
you think Nirvana still has it?
They
Well,
still keep selling,
Nevermind
too.
just sold. And
Never stopped selling, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Wait, is it true that Whitney sold 170 million?
That's probably true.
That's probably true, sure.
And Nirvana only sold 60?
Sure.
Yeah, she's a pop...
No, I know.
The Bodyguard is one of the best-selling albums of all time.
Ah.
Wow. Just shows you how big she was, huh?
If not the best-selling album of all time.
Wow. Yeah. So Jack Black, I couldn't read a lot of tweets yesterday because I was too busy trying to be funny. Trying is the key word there. And but somebody nailed the Jack Black. Look, man, he's surrounded by chicks. That just spells fun.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy was, you made me fucking howl.
Yeah, he had girls around him, and they're all going, and they're being forced to just go, woo, woo.
Yeah.
And
It was so calculated.
And his dumb speech about how cool rock is. Why is he this fucking spokesman for rock?
I don't know.
Just stop it.
Well, here's how it went down. This just had fun written all over.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Jacobs of Tenacious D inside the Grand, keeping it cozy with his fellow legends. Because unlike everyone else, I'm trying to hold on to my indie cred. You step into that Grammy room, you got to check your indie cred at the door. And it will be stolen from the cred check room and sold in the back alley to Bonnie Bear. This is the place to be, outside the Grammys. Because right now, the one band that has looked Grammy in the eye and managed to hold on to their indie cred is going to rock us hard. With 4 new Grammys tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Foo Fighters!
Yeah, exactly. That's the reaction it should have got. And then,
yeah, but I mean that audio, you know, it might sound douchey, but he was doing lots of cool facial features and stuff.
Yeah, I know. And the chicks surround him.
Yeah, that slick red Western shirt on.
Yeah,
I could have sworn he yelled, "Hey, this isn't a Barry Manilow concert."
Did you read Jim Norton's Twitter? He's got something to talk about tomorrow.
Oh,
he ran into Steve Martin, and Steve Martin called him out on what he wrote about him in his book.
What?
Fuck yeah, Jim's going to have a story tomorrow. And then Jimmy, I think, wrote something paraphrasing that he felt bad, and that Steve Martin was right.
Holy
But
shit.
Jimmy was out there for Leno covering the Grammys and ran to Steve Martin, and Steve Martin just flat out called him out.
Holy
Where's
shit.
the tweet?
Right here.
What does it say
huge.
exactly?
Steve Martin just called me out for what I wrote in my book, as he should have. He was very nice. I feel like it's good.
You know,
So now that's a yes.
you know what? Jimmy gets into these things, and then the second he meets the people,
He backs down.
He gets all enamored and just falls in love, wants pictures, and
He would probably disagree, but I think he might cave a little bit here and there. I would have said, fuck you, Steve. That's what I think.
Steve, you stink.
No, I can't wait to hear the story.
Inspector Clouseau stinks.
I can't wait to hear the story.
By the way, I might be committing some sacrilege here.
Oh, shit.
But let me tell you something. I woke up over the weekend, whatever day it was. And
It's only 2 days.
It's
It's a 50-50 shot.
Nah, it's never 2 days. It's just one big long night. And I wake up, and a couple of the Pink Panther movies were on. They were doing like a Pink Panther Film Festival thingy.
Old or new?
Old.
Okay.
The old ones.
Doesn't hold up. Is what
Those
you're
fucking
gonna
things
say.
aren't funny. They're not fucking funny. It is a bim. Ah, look, he's saying bomb like bim. Oh, look, he's fallen through the floor 20 times. It's just not funny.
Was it funny?
I remember
Some of this shit doesn't
grown-ups
hold up, obviously.
laughing and laughing
I
years
remember
ago.
laughing at that shit growing up.
Well, maybe as a kid, because anything's funny when you're a kid. Look, you fell down. That's
Right,
funny.
Right.
I watched this and went like, there's nothing funny about this. I don't even see like, all right, it might have been funny and he was a genius. Like Peter Sellers, they're calling him a genius for that role. It's like, what?
Work of art.
I know.
We protected that shit when Steve Martin did the remakes, going, how dare you do this to
Who
Peter
gives
Sellers?
a shit? Good. They should have fucking Gallagher do it. Really? It's that bad. I
gotta
did
watch
not
it.
find it fucking funny. Sorry, motherfuckers.
What about when the karate guy's in his house all the time?
Kato with the
Kato.
karate thing, and then he answers the phone.
Yeah.
Yes, Chief Inspector Clouseau's residence. Phone call for you.
Mm.
And the fight stops instantly. It's like, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch.
I did not find it funny. I didn't find him funny. It was just kind of stupid. And then I watched Creep Show again because that was on. Goddamn fucking
You love
thing is
Creep
great.
Show.
That's a fucking movie. Leslie Nielsen in there is just great, and the one with Adrienne Barbeau, the crate, and the husband feeds her to the monster in the crate. Who is the guy? The husband? Oh God, he was. There it is. Come on. You got it any minute now. It's old. He was usually in the no, Ted Danson was it. Hal Holbrook. Thank you. Hal Holbrook. Hal Holbrook, for some reason, had hair like he thought he was 16 years old. Why did Hal Holbrook grow his big feathered hair out?
Oh, yeah, right.
Hal Holbrook.
Good old Hal.
Even when it was all gray, it still was like all flowing.
That was to get some chicks.
Get the chicks.
He was getting chicks.
Yeah.
Know what I watched this weekend?
What?
Toy Story. Over and over and over
Is that
again. And I watched Jeremy Lin Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What's that?
You don't remember when we were talking about this last week? No. And he means it. And he means
I'm
it.
like, what? Who?
He's the new point guard for the Knicks that came out of nowhere that everyone's talking about.
Oh, the Chinese guy. All right. I thought he was some TV guy.
And people are like, I'm like, yeah.
Huh? Is that what happened?
Yes, because I was bragging that look at Jeremy Lin spanked fucking Kobe and the Lakers and scored 38 points. But then the Laker fans are tweeting about, come on. That's what I see when I fucking argue with people.
Just,
The fact remains, the Knicks with Jeremy Lin, who's only played in a handful of fucking games. He's only been a starter for 3 or 4 games at this point for the New York Knicks, who came out of nowhere, scored 38 points against the Lakers, and the Knicks didn't have Carmelo Anthony or Stoudemire.
Yeah.
This is a big deal for people out there, Ant. They had just a bunch of scrubs in Jeremy Lin, and they kicked the Lakers' ass. But, of course, people have to tweet, something about, I don't know, they were coming off a tough game with the Celtics or something.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
I saw Bill Burr's tweet about that.
What did he say?
Well, he said it was one of the best non-playoff, regular season games that he'd
The
seen.
Lakers, Knicks?
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, he definitely enjoyed it.
I fucking loved it. People are trying to tell me, you're not a Knicks fan. No, I said that for many years, yeah. And I'm openly admitting, because of Jeremy Lin, I'm all in again. That's all it took. I'm a big fucking fan of the Knicks now again.
Look at you, right?
I can't wait to go to a few games and see what they could do. And I'll tell you this much. This might be a little inside, but the NBA people will agree with me. Carmelo Anthony's going to be coming back very soon from his groin injury. Just want to show a little fucking basketball knowledge. He can't be a ball hog with this Jeremy Lin, or the Knicks are going to be in deep fucking trouble.
Oh, shit.
Let Jeremy Lin do his fucking thing, Carmelo. You're going to get enough touches, you'll get your points.
Give him the ball.
Don't do that ball hogging shit when you come back from your injury.
Ball hogging. Hey, she's ball hogging me.
Notice what's going on out there. Please.
I hear you.
Don't fuck this up. Dave Grohl, he trashed everyone for not playing their own instruments and singing their own songs, Sam? Travis, who's got this?
Well, he just kind of, I thought it was a good speech. He just reminded people that, there's still...
people out there that actually play?
Yeah, there's other ways to do things that don't involve Pro Tools.
How about he does this? How about he reminds everyone that he's the last rock band?
He really is.
They were the only band that was given an award or even nominated for anything in rock. It's like, who else was there, really?
Right.
Bruce. That rocked Bruce.
No.
Bruce.
As far as
outside of rock categories,
yeah.
See, because rock has redefined itself. You could argue that point, whatever. But as far as a straightforward rock band, it's the Foo Fighters, and then name one off the top of your head.
Bruce. Queens of the Stone Age.
Are they still
Maroon 5?
No, but I mean, there's a ton of rock bands, but the Foo Fighters are definitely out there and the most popular.
Right.
And
you got to go with Jack White, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, he's too busy doing other, country stuff
But that whole rock genre, that true, straightforward rock genre, is gone. The Foo Fighters are just about it. They're the last ones standing.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a little speech to make there. You want to hear it?
Oh, sure.
And then what? All of a sudden they cut him off, proving his point.
Oh, God.
Listen to this.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for this. This is a great honor because this record was a special record for our band. Rather than go to the best studio in the world down the street in Hollywood, and rather than use all the fanciest computers that you can buy, we made this one in my garage with some microphones and a tape machine.
Wow, a tape machine.
And we couldn't have done it without the best producer in the world, Mr. Butch Vig. I haven't worked with Butch Vig in 20 years. We met each other 20 years ago when we made a Nirvana record, and
never mind.
It was an honor to work with you again. And we have a lot of people to thank: James Brown and Alan Mulder and John Silva, all the people at Sony BMG. To me, this award means a lot because it shows that the human element of making music is what's most important. Singing into a microphone and learning to play an instrument and learning to do your craft, that's the most important thing for people to do. It's not about being perfect. It's not about sounding absolutely correct. It's not about what goes on in a computer. It's about what goes on in here, and it's about what goes on in here.
He pointed to his balls. One, and the right one, and then the left one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, man. It sounded like he was drowning. No, no, no. He left too much of a gap there. Long live rock and roll indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. They cut him right off.
They cut it. Not only did they cut him off, but they did it with one of the most popular songs right now that doesn't seem to have a single instrument in it.
Exactly.
Right.
That's why it was so ironic.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's a
How about
computer
that?
song.
Yeah.
What's this clip you guys grabbed called NCIS?
Oh, that's the.
I don't know.
That's the two Giants players with the.
Oh, yeah, this is worth playing. What was her name?
I don't know.
She comes out with Manningham and Cruz.
Yeah.
Pretty much the stars of the game besides Manning. And she's like, I'm here with these two football. She doesn't even know who they are.
These two players.
Sorry. But it drove me nuts. I'm like, they told you a mere second ago. When you were backstage at the curtain, they're like, okay, this is Manningham, and this is Cruz.
She couldn't have been less prepared.
She has no idea what football is, I think.
No.
But then Manningham, holy shit.
Oh, my God.
That's great.
Yeah.
This might be the best clip.
Holy shit.
Right? How about these players?
Players. She doesn't even know they're from the Giants.
Pointing to them.
She doesn't even know they play football.
Right.
Very proud to be here with this popular duo from the front lines.
From the front lines.
From the front lines.
Popular duo.
No name, no team name.
Players. I bet you she doesn't even know what sport.
No idea.
Has no idea they just played in the Super Bowl. Won the Super Bowl.
Hey, these.
And she goes, right?
These athletic Negroes that do, things for sports very well.
This is literally the highlight of the Grammys, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it gets better.
Popular duo from the front lines.
From the Giants.
And to present the Grammy for Best Rock Performance. But first, Victor, this is a music show. So I think you need to give us a little salsa.
Yeah, do a tap dance, motherfucker.
You missed the best part.
I didn't cut that.
Oh, shit.
The best part is like when Manningham goes, yo.
Can we play from there?
Oh, okay. Why'd you keep that for the field?
For the field.
Okay. Save it for the field. It's time to rock.
Okay. Save it for the field. It's time to rock.
Can you play that again?
Okay.
This is the best moment of the Grammys.
Okay. Save it for the field. It's time to rock.
It's time to rock.
These are nominees for Best Rock Performance.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Save it for the field.
These are nominees.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nominees.
Grammy morning. How you doing? Welcome aboard.
Can we hear that again?
Save it for the field.
Good morning. Save it for the field. Good morning.
Can we get that on the instant replay? We haven't got a new clip in a
That's
while.
hilarious.
Okay. Save it for the field.
Save it for the field. Let's rock. Mother.
Okay. Save it for the field. It's time to rock.
Save it for the field. It's time to rock.
It's going to go on the new intro.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in D's, I guess.
Do you
Save
think
it
he's
for
rocking?
the field.
You think he's rocking?
It
Do
was
you
a
think he likes to rock?
Perfect matchup. They definitely should have done the rock.
Oh, that was my favorite moment, I think.
That's great.
Jennifer Hudson was a bust, by the way. She failed. She had one job to sound like Whitney Houston for 3 minutes.
Couldn't do it.
I don't think so.
Maybe she's hungry. She got she on that diet. She's
Still
always
look like she's
singing
starving.
about. Yeah, she's on there. Just singing about her fucking diet. And she even sings with her dumb-looking fat self from American Idol. She comes strutting out, and the other one looks all fucking crazy and shit with the nappy hair, and then she walks out, and she's got the nice hair, and she's singing with herself. She looks over at herself like, shut up, pig. I'm the boss here now.
I'm taking over.
It's like Gollum.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, the fat Jennifer Hudson looks like she saw a ghost.
Yeah.
I guess technically she did.
Yeah, her eyes are all like real wide. She's like, ah!
All right. That shit is weird, though.
Yeah.
How they figure that out. It
I
looks
know,
pretty
she's
damn
singing
good.
with herself.
What's the mouse guy all about, Travis?
The mouse
He's
guy?
the trademark of Disney.
Oh, Mickey.
Invented.
The mouse DJ guy.
Oh,
What?
Dead Mouse.
Did Steamboat Willie, his first movie. And what?
You would know this, Sam, if you were a child of the 80s.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie?
The 1880s, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone is saying that Manningham, and I'm just going to believe it today. Fuck it. I'm trusting listeners today.
Oh, boy.
Charlie R. from Connecticut goes, Manningham was benched earlier because he was too dumb to learn plays. Is that true?
Come on.
It might be. I don't know.
Save
I don't know if that was the
field.
official reason.
But after hearing that clip, you would assume it could be fucking possible.
Save it for Phil.
Save it for Phil.
Let Rob. Okay. Save it for the field. Now let Rob. Bye.
What's Dead Mouse? He's like,
He's a DJ.
DJ, huh?
He's big.
That's
And
right.
he puts on a mouse head.
Yep.
And
That's
it's all the rage.
That's his gimmick. Yeah, he's pretty popular.
He puts on a mouse head.
Well, I mean, he's got a...
You didn't watch all the Grammys?
Well, there were certain times I turned the volume down because I was taking phone calls.
You might
I
have
thought
missed
you didn't take phone calls.
I took phone calls.
And then,
I take phone calls on the Compound Show.
Oh,
Still
oh
drinking.
Right. Yeah, that's what he wears. And see, the S is up.
Oh, he wears that on his head?
Yeah.
That's right.
That looks inconvenient.
and then it's got digital display on front and turns into all sorts of shit. Messages and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's stupid. What is that? He looks silly.
That's his gimmick, though.
Looks like something from Donnie Darko.
Why does everyone need a gimmick?
I don't know. Because Kiss was very successful.
It's an attention getter.
Is it?
The eyes light up.
Yeah, he wore a shirt with Skrillex's phone number on it to the Grammys, which was really funny.
Ah, see? That's what got him popular.
Yeah.
Doing wacky shit like that.
Well, that's funny. If I wore a shirt on national television with your phone number on it.
I know, that would be funny as fuck.
Fuck, man.
Right up until I killed you.
Does he franchise this shit? Because no one knows who's under the fucking
That's true. It could be
mouse
anyone.
head.
He does. I mean,
I would be sitting home.
his fans show up with the mouse heads. Like when you go to when we went to Comic Con,
Yeah.
there was a ton of dead mouses walking around.
Wow,
He was at Comic-Con?
I don't know if he was there.
Maybe he was
Just
one of the
dead
guys.
mouses.
How do you know if you're talking to the right dead mouse?
You can never know for sure.
Saying he was on Rogan's podcast and they showed his face.
Really?
Yeah, he did Rogan's podcast over the weekend.
Is he cool?
Oh.
Well, that's him.
That's him?
He looks like a wigger. Well, he's got that whole look.
Roland's away.
Roland just does chuckling.
Roland, what do you like about
Bruce.
Bruce's performance.
Yeah, it was a good performance, but I didn't know the song. I hate when I don't know the song.
Plus, nobody was talking about it after the show.
No, it was just there. He opened the show, and he was done.
Right.
And no buzz, no nothing.
Like if you walked up to somebody and said, "What opened the Grammy Awards?" They'd be like, "Oh, the prayer."
Right. Yeah.
The LL Cool J deal. Yeah.
Bruce.
Maybe they were pissed because Whitney got a bunch of attention and Clarence didn't get shit.
I know. She just drowned. Come on now.
He got a full picture on the memoriam.
Yeah. But I mean,
For like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If Whitney decided to take a shower last night, wouldn't have been such a downer.
Boy.
Oh, that was just in the air the entire night.
Yeah.
And why? Here's a question. So every once in a while, Stevie Wonder comes popping out, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why does everyone give him a standing O?
Because he's blind and he can play a piano.
But isn't the standing
Pretty
O
cool.
for the person?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I'm being serious.
Oh, so he could look out and go, they're
When
standing.
you give someone a standing O, you're like, you give it to the person so they could see it and go, oh, man, you like me this much. My performance was this great that you're giving me a standing O, which is more than just clapping
Yeah.
for me.
They could all just sit there and they could play applause through the PA for all
Right.
he knows.
Right.
Yeah.
But isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Does someone tell him he got a standing O, I guess, maybe?
Maybe he's got a
Maybe it
little
works that way?
earpiece.
Oh, yes, the people are standing now. Where? I'd be like, turn around, you're not facing the right way.
I was wondering what happens when, like, he introduced Paul McCartney, and I was wondering what he does when Paul McCartney starts singing. Like, does somebody have to go get him?
Oh, yeah. Someone got to go out to the podium and get him, grab his arm, walk him off.
Well, when Katy Perry had that whole malfunction thing, I just thought of Stevie Wonder backstage walking through wires.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
he's just fucking ripping a bunch of fucking cables out of equipment. What the hell's this? Shit.
I don't know.
Is that your Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, that's my Stevie Wonder.
That's good.
He does these impersonations. You wouldn't even recognize the people.
It must suck being blind, too, because I think if you're blind, you can't be an asshole. Because then the people around you could easily just get you back.
Oh, they could punch you in the face and you won't even know what's coming.
They could do a million things. They could dress you in some fucking clown outfit or something, say, no, this is your clothes, you look good, and then send you outside.
I'd be wincing all the time thinking someone's going to hit me in the face at any moment. Just walking around 24 hours a day wincing like, no, shit, it's coming soon. Just waiting to get belted.
I would just constantly make circles with my arms extended.
There's some restaurant in the city where you eat completely in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
I just found out about this weekend.
What's that about?
It's to make you...
It's been around a while.
How's it?
Yeah.
To taste the food better.
Oh, stop.
And then they have like...
Food's cooked good at taste.
And then the
within Rome.
the waitresses or the waiters, whatever, have night vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about
it's
that
completely
shit.
dark.
That
This sounds interesting.
stupid.
Okay, maybe it's stupid.
It's stupid.
You're right. I don't want to try it.
Oh, you're going to try it? Please try
you know
it
what?
and tell us how it was.
It's something different
Is
than...
it pitch black?
Yes, it's
Yeah, you
completely
can't-
So
pitch
how do you
black.
fucking see what you're eating and see if there's bugs in it?
Okay.
Why don't you take a shit on your plate?
Then you'll know when you take a piece of shit.
This can't work.
No, it's been around a while.
It's been around. They're
People are digging
Do the
it.
waiters and waitresses wear like night vision goggles to bring shit out?
Yeah, I said that.
No. Oh, they do?
Yeah. They got night vision glass.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering how they pour water.
All that. No, they got night vision because they got to lead you to your seat and all that crap. Sit you down.
Wow, that's fucked up.
It's probably shit in the water, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. That just sounds gimmicky and frightening.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Do you dare say your meal's undercooked?
Oh, man.
Do you dare say that?
Ugh.
This is a bad idea.
He's touching the back of your hair like Barnacle, like Buffalo Bill. Barnacle Bill the Sailor.
Right.
Or Barnacle Bill.
If you go there with your chick, what happens if somebody starts feeling her up?
Yeah.
I think she would say, hey, someone's feeling me up.
Yeah, but she don't know who's doing it.
She thinks it's you.
Yeah, just assume there's a little love in the air.
Oh, God.
This is bad news.
I would just walk around pushing people's heads.
Travis, please do this.
I'm going to go. I want to go.
Report back to us.
Seems interesting.
If I worked there, I would just steal wallets all day.
I'd walk around naked
long.
and shove my dick in the girls' mouths. Like put my dick on a plate and tell them it's what they got to eat.
Yeah, but then they'd put their knife and fork.
No, you guys go, it's finger food. I would take their silverware away. It's finger food. And then she picks it up, and you got to kind of move around so she doesn't notice it's attached to you. And then it's like, oh, you got what you got to do is suck on it a little bit.
Yeah, and wait till the juice comes out.
Exactly. See? Because it's dark.
She'd never know.
Never.
I think we're just about done. We did pretty good. Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations to Louis C.K. comedy album. He got a Grammy.
That's pretty goddamn
for
good.
Hilarious. That's awesome for Louis. He tweeted that he was in the middle of making his kids like dinner.
Green beans.
And then found out he won a Grammy. That's weird.
How big does Louis have to get before everybody can start hating him and not looking at him like, Louis is fucking funny, he deserves all this success? How much success before it turns on him and people go, oh, fucking Louis, that motherfucker?
I think some guys skate.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's rare, but he might be one of those guys that skates.
Because he's very humble with his success.
Yep.
He doesn't really go,
Yep.
like he says, it's just me, my kids, I'm just a regular guy, just happen to... Everything I touch turns to gold.
Yeah, I think people will be nice as long as you keep giving away millions of dollars.
Yeah, maybe that's it, too. Yeah, he's like a social guy. I'm a greedy slob.
He does good stuff.
God, I'm truly the 1%. I love it. Everyone else could blow me. There's 99% of the fucking population could suck my asshole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awkward.
That's how I feel.
Adele. She's got that amazing voice. unless she's just talking.
What a sexy name. Adele. Yuck. Sounds like an old lady name.
You know, she's only 23.
Really?
She looks like she's at least 33.
Yeah, she's not that fat. And then this is fucking great because she wins all these Grammys. She's on TV. This is just going to make girls that are on the brink go like, oh, I could be fat. I could be fat and it's me and everyone will accept me because I have other talents like Adele. Oh, good. Great.
Sexy fat.
No, these girls won't be sexy fat.
Would you give it to Adele?
They'll just be fat. Because she's Adele, I might have to fuck that ass.
Yeah, you'd give it to her.
Yeah, with her voice. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, that's what
this is wonderful.
That's what I want to play for everybody.
I can't believe you're fucking me.
You know, here's the contrast. What the hell? So here's just a little bit of Rolling in the Deep. Jesus.
All right. That sounded nice.
No shit. Love that voice. And this is how she speaks. The first part of this sounds like she's sharing a pie with E-Rock. See, that's the problem.
I wish you were with me.
That's the problem. That's the voice you would get in bed.
Yeah.
Not the rolling in the
Well, it
deep
sounds
voice.
like she's in bed.
Lick my fat pussy. Lick me fat pussy and me fat ass. Would you please and feed me something? I'm bloody hungry.
You're rolling in the deep.
I'm fucking starving over here.
I also want to say a big thank you to Rick Rubin, who taught me about quality control and really put me and sort of taught me about what I wanted to be, and he made me realise stuff that I didn't.
All right, save it for the field.
What was her vocal cords? How did she hurt them? Friction from food? See, because she's shoving it down her face so fast, you know.
The only one that could have throat surgery and not lose weight.
Yeah.
How do you figure
how
that
do you
one
do
out?
that?
How do you figure that out?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Exactly. There's got to be some healing there where you're not allowed to fucking do anything.
To eating lard-flavored Jell-O.
Never think I would. And this record is inspired by something that is really normal and everyone's been through it. Just a rubbish relationship.
Chubby chaser.
And it's gone on to do things that I can't tell you, like how I feel about it. It's been the most life-changing year. And I want to thank my record companies, Columbia Records and Excel Records, and Nick Huggett, who signed me. He's in the UK. Oh,
Go and consider yourself at home. Go and consider yourself one of the family. We've taken a you.
On my album in the studio, all my live band, my crew, my friends, my family, my manager Jonathan and Rose, Simon, my mum, everyone. Thank you so much, and all of you lot. Thank you so much.
Sound like Gervais there.
It's amazing. That's the same broad.
Amazing.
Sultry fucking voice when she's singing.
Now I'll go home on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. We're gonna take Chitty Chitty Bang Bang home. It's gonna fly us back to England. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
That was a great movie from the 80s, Sam.
Yeah.
I know what Chitty Chitty Bang Bang
That was a terrific movie growing up in the 80s. Holy fuck.
You didn't do any growing in the 80s.
Hey,
God, man.
I like Linkin Park. Woody in Philly says you got to check out Rolling in the Deep by Linkin Park.
Linkin Park?
You don't like Linkin Park? What's wrong with you?
10 years ago.
Yeah, what is Linkin Park?
What?
Linkin Park.
Oh.
You guys like Limp Bizkit?
I said Adele sounds
Limp
like
Bizkit.
Did I say Adele sounds like Julia Childs earlier? Was that on the radio? I sure hope so.
Now make sure you marinade your chicken. It's wonderful. I can't believe I won this award. Make sure you baste it thoroughly before putting it in the oven.
She won everything last night, Adele. And the Foo Fighters won everything, too.
Yeah.
6 for 6.
Tony Bennett fucked up one of his lines when he was singing with
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood.
What did he do? He's a groovy guy still, with his raspy voice.
He is fucking a weirdo.
Oh, that's funny, man.
He is a strange motherfucker.
Linkin Park is still touring.
What?
What's wrong with Linkin Park? Let me hear this.
They're yesterday's news is what's wrong with
If it's good.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally,
What do you think they fuck it up? So far, so good.
Go ahead and send me out while I lay your ship bare. See how I live with every piece
You don't like it?
Nah.
Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the door. The skies of your love remind me of us. They keep me.
This video has 18 million views. You saw that? 18 million views.
How many likes and dislikes?
A lot of likes. Wow.
Well, it's not bad.
It's not bad, but
I like it.
But it's Linkin Park.
yeah, nobody goes to a Linkin Park show saying, "Hey, I hope they cover Adele tonight."
Plus, they sing it just like Adele does, only not as good.
Yeah, they're not
No,
doing
they're
anything
going to fuck it
different.
up. They're probably going to have all the. Remember that? When that was popular?
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
But I've heard one on you and gonna make your head burn. See me.
We got Springsteen tickets. Where's the shake?
Oh boy, here it comes.
Where's the shake? We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we really do.
You keep this on in the
This is
background.
OT.
The skies of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The skies of your love.
What the fuck do I read? Holy shit.
Oh man. The whole crowd is singing along.
Just the those 3 important things.
Yeah.
Oh, this three. What?
Turn it off, Tyler.
You got tired of Linkin Park?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
He sucks.
Look at Sam making
Linkin-
decisions.
It's Linkin Park.
I like Linkin
Fuck
Park.
them motherfuckers.
As long as they're not doing that.
You still got to do that, and you got more of these to do.
No.
That's all you, Sam. No, it's not. All you.
Yeah, it's tradition that you do the
All
last
you.
few reads for Valentine's Day.
It's all you. You do
tradition.
them so well.
You do a terrific job.
I was listening on the way home one day and said,
he was great,
"Boy, that
right?
Sam, he's got them live reads down. He makes them fun.
Yep.
Gets the information out there.
Yep.
It says Opie.
You should definitely.
What says Opie?
Live reads.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck is
It's a
that?
promo code. Not,
We got 2 tickets to the series.
Paradise.
Supposedly.
Won't you pack your bags? We'll leave tonight.
I guess we got to make this really mundane, is what they want, right?
You don't have to make it mundane.
Instead
you just
of
have
a
to make
big,
it
exciting
spontaneous.
thing.
Well, we have a couple of tickets.
Okay. Save it for a few.
Save it for the film. Not a rock.
Was he too dumb to learn plays? I need to
Jesus.
know now.
That is stupid.
Either a guy came up with a great line or that's real
he
shit.
sounds like an idiot.
Okay, save it for a few.
Save it for a few.
All right, so we go mundane or spontaneous?
Well, this is spontaneous.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's coming out of nowhere.
2 tickets to the SiriusXM Bruce Springsteen concert in New York, on March 9th.
Good for them.
I will not be attending.
What? Why not?
I just don't want to go. Why would you go to this?
It's a good point.
I don't know.
Oh. Gave my word.
I'll attend, but if
in protest
within the first song better be a fucking hit. It better not be a new song.
Yep.
It will
Probably will be a new song.
I'll leave. I will stand up and make a scene. I'll stand up and go, "Fuck this shit, Thunder Road, bitch," and then I'll
That's
fucking
later.
walk out.
That's
I
later.
don't care.
And-
Open.
I got some demands too, Ant.
Yeah.
I will not sit further from the stage than Martha fucking Stewart and her dumb daughter.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Gave my word. I'm not making fun, though. This is not making fun, Travis.
Oh, right.
This is real shit.
Right.
These are
Because the
legitimate
room
demands.
is filled with all celebrities and then us. And we had to sit further from the stage than Martha Stewart and her dumb daughter. Fuck
what?
that shit.
I was behind a
McCartney?
pillar.
What?
I was behind a pillar.
I think we sat closer than Mad
it
Dog,
was.
though. We sat closer than Mad Dog, Ann. Do you remember?
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was good placement for him. He should
Sat
be
closer
behind
than I
us.
You should be closer than Sway.
There were a few fucking people closer than us. I'm like, no, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, Sway would probably get front
Keith
row.
Richards, closer than us. I understand. Jerry Seinfeld, I saw him. Closer than us, yes. Martha Stewart and her bitchy daughter? Hell no. Have you been an active U.S. Sirius or XM subscriber, self-paid or automotive company paid, continuously since at least January 24th, 2012? These are the questions you have to be answering out there in Radioland. So you got to be 18 or older, and then that thing I just read.
And no Canadian residents.
Is that the last point?
That's up top.
Where's the... Oh!
Because we're racists.
Yeah, we don't like Canadians.
Yeah.
No.
You must be able and willing to get yourself to New York City. That's where the I gave my word part comes in.
Well, you don't
See,
have
it
to
all,
say it.
Yeah,
see, it all comes around.
That's not your word.
I gave my word.
You can make your way.
You must be able and willing to get yourself to New York City on March 9th to attend this event. That means the company will not be paying for your transportation.
Okay.
And if you end up staying in New York, that's on you as well.
And we're giving you 2 tickets to the hottest show in town.
I'm just explaining. I gave my word.
Good for them.
No, what's wrong, Roland?
SiriusXM is not providing transportation, okay?
They
So,
get tickets, though.
if you can get to New York, you're 18 or older, and you've been a subscriber basically since January 24, 2012, then you should call right now to see Bruce Springsteen in a very fucking small venue. We going back to the Apollo, or are we going somewhere else?
I don't know the word.
You are definitely going to the Apollo.
Oh, yeah.
And Bruce will be at the Apollo. Roland, on the other hand.
I am rolling my tickets over to Roland. Right the fuck now.
But then you won't be able to go.
That's okay.
I'll see
You
if
should
we
keep
can
it
do that.
No, Roland really wants to see this.
He's seen Bruce.
Can I do this for Roland?
I don't know.
I don't think so. They're probably under your name.
Are you serious? I have decided on the air that I will not be going to the Bruce Springsteen show. Where is it at?
Apollo Theater.
Apollo Theater, because I want my pal Roland to go. I'm saying that right now.
In the past, you go through like different processes.
So what does that mean? If I say I'm not going, then they're gonna what? They're not gonna.
We'll give your tickets
They're
away.
my tickets. I can do whatever the fuck I want with them. I'm giving them to Roland.
You should sell them on eBay.
Give him the
Ooh,
call.
nice.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
All right, what
idea.
caller we take?
I'm
guys?
just going to leave 2 empty seats there.
Yeah.
I'll have 2 tickets, 2 empty fucking seats
You know how
all
many
night.
people want those seats?
Don't give a shit.
I do.
Don't give a shit. What caller you want on this?
9.
9? 9?
9.
All right,
wow.
guys. I hope this was fun for everybody. We had a good time today, and
Yes, indeed. Wow, you're
Lucky
giving
him.
me... God damn it, Valentine's Day's tomorrow.
yep. Are you doing anything for Valentine's Day yet?
Well, you know what? I haven't ordered flowers yet.
Uh-oh.
All I just end up getting shitty flowers at the local store.
Bodega.
Well, thank God you
it's
got
so
Pro
easy
Flowers.
that way.
But no, Pro Flowers.
Pro
Flowers is the easiest way.
But the bodega, they lay them out nice. There's like a lot to choose from. They're right there. No hassle.
They're gonna die in like a day.
Oh,
Pro Flowers guarantees
See how
they're gonna be.
stupid I am? I thought the bodega thing was easy.
No, they're gonna be fresh for at least a week with Pro Flowers,
shit.
and you're not gonna get at least 1 dozen long-stemmed assorted roses and that free glass vase, chocolates, and spa kit from Pro Flowers for just $39.99. Or you could upgrade 2 dozen long-stemmed assorted roses with elegant cherry red vase, delicious chocolates, spa kit, and teddy bear from Pro Flowers for just $9.99 more. Oh, here's the only way you're going to get this amazing Valentine's Day deal. Call Pro Flowers at 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS and mention Opie. Or go to proflowers.com, click on the microphone at the top right corner and type in OPIE. That's proflowers.com. Click that microphone, type in Opie. Guaranteed delivery for Valentine's Day is still available, but this offer expires tonight, so order right now. That's what I say.
Opie.
That's what I say. What are you doing for Valentine's Day there, Opie? What do you...
Getting the Galaxy 2.
What do you got?
No, I'm getting the Nexus.
Oh.
Thanks to the fine listeners taking care of me. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and there's still time to do it right to get a huge reaction. If you want to score big points with your Valentine, go big with the new Big Hunk of Love Bear from Vermont Teddy Bear. And when they say big, they really mean big. This teddy bear is over 4.5 feet tall. He's big, he's soft, and the best part is they're blocking you from leaving? Are you serious?
He's holding a reed up in front of my face. I will go right through it. Do you see the time?
Yes.
This is craziness.
Yeah, but you know what? That just means tomorrow we go home early.
I got my car out there.
He's big, he's soft, and the best part is it's available for a limited time for only $99 and guaranteed to be delivered tomorrow for a great Valentine's Day surprise. The Big Hunk of Love Bear comes with the famous Vermont Teddy Bear lifetime guarantee. So if you want the big reaction and the big reward, get her the Big Hunk of Love Bear from Vermont Teddy Bear for Valentine's Day. Only $99, so big. So go big and go home happy. Vermont Teddy Bear also has hundreds of other classic teddy bears. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. You gotta let them leave. You're working for the man, Sam.
You're supposed to be.
You might as well fucking come to work with a suit and tie at this point. You're working for the man.
Read the paper.
Hundreds of other classic teddy bears. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day and delivery is guaranteed. Visit VermontTeddyBear.com or call 1-800-829-BEAR.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
Oh my God, we just said that.
Change the bed.
He just did.
Okay.
Hey, for like thousands of other guys around the country, you still haven't bought anything for your Valentine. Pajamagram specializes in gifts just for her, like the popular hoodie footy pajamas. If you're looking for something that shows a bit more skin, you could choose from Pajamagram's collection of sexy pajamas. Better yet, get her the best of both worlds, a sweet and sexy gift set. Includes the warm and comfy hoodie footy, along with something sexy like the Midnight Fantasy short set. Buy sweet and sexy set today, and you're going to save $50. Pajamagram, they got a lot of pajamas that are perfect for Valentine's Day. Every Pajamagram is delivered in free gift packaging. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Oh, boy. Delivery guaranteed, but you got to do it now. Visit Pajamagram.com or call them 1-800-GIVE-PJs, 1-800-GIVE-PJS. Asti Spumati.